Welcome, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Hey, Phoenix, they just resubscribed. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Call over on Twitch. We are live on YouTube and Twitch today, as always. My dog is messing with me here. Have a cracker and shut up. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? And we got 2 new channel members. Rich, the LA Hobby Guy, just became a channel member. Thank you very much, my friend. And Kenny Sims, which is one of our guests here each and every week, became a channel member. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. Let's see who all is in chat here. Guy the Jedi, how are you doing? Where's everybody at? PC Van Lit, hello. Simon Snow, channel member. Hello, Simon. How are you doing today? And Gary Curtis, what's going on? How are you? Richard, what's going on from Las Vegas? Here's a fun place to visit. Or live, I guess. Anyway, let me bring in another 2 guys. We'll get going. We will be streaming for 3 hours today because in 5 hours, I'll be over in LaserMaker's Realm with Rich, Patrick, and Jeremy. I'll be on their live stream later. And Delos Logos 3D Printing, Derek. Hello, how are you doing today? I have a link there in chat if you can drop in on camera and talk about what you're working on. So let's bring in another 2 guys at once and we'll get going. Matt and Kenny, what's going on, guys?
Hey, yeah, I'm all right.
What's up?
Hello, Richard. Richard McLean is still a channel member. Yes, you are. Thank you very much. Every time I do a video, I plug all my channel members at the end of my videos, and thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. It helps me out immensely. Thank you very much.
Plug. Does that mean we get royalties?
Yeah. Yeah, every little bit helps. I'm trying to grow my channel.
It was a joke,
Yeah.
son. It was a joke. Anyway.
I've had my channel
so
I've had my channel since like 2015, got really active in 2017, and I've got like 5,600 subs on YouTube. Yeah, why it's not bigger, I have no idea, but it's not. And then over on Twitch, I've got 669 followers, and I've got 8 subscribers on Twitch.
Well, I have an answer, but it might hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I'm too old or something. I don't know.
You're not in your 20s, nor do you have.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week I've been in London. It was my son's birthday last Saturday, so we went out to London. And,
Here's
oh wow,
a resin print I did for my wife, Betty Boop, from designer David Chambers. This was a commission project he did for someone that bought it from him. David had contacted that person for me a few years ago, and they allowed me to reprint it. And I've done a few variations of it. Well, I got some Polymaker filament since I'm a partner with Polymaker, and I figured let's do a big version. So there's going to be a video on it, but here's a larger version of what I got going on. It still has the supports on it. I'll be removing them in the video. And I didn't want to have to cut up the model too much, so I put the head in Bamboo Studio, turned it at an angle, and I printed the head as big as I could in one piece, was 275%. And then the other model I had to cut accordingly. And then the base I had to cut in 4 pieces, which I'm doing the 4th piece now. So it's getting done. I'll have a video out on it. And I'm coloring everything. This took 2.5 days to do in Bamboo because of the color changes.
So that's a support bra, right? Got it.
Yeah, actually it is. So anyway, it's getting there.
I'm funnier than Ekman Man, you know that? You're Johnny Carson, I'm McMahon, and I guess that'd make Matt the Dr. Stevenson or whatever.
I've had my X1 carbon since last February. I either just ran out of warranty or I will in the next few days. I'm not sure which it is, but here is an error message I've been getting for a couple days now. I've never had this all over the last year, and I keep getting this randomly. And when I go to pull out the filament out of the first slot like it wants, it won't let me pull it. I put on all my force. I can't back it out. So I keep playing with the buttons. I keep screwing with it. Then after about 5 minutes, I go to grab it again, and then it released it. And it's hard, but I can pull it all the way out, let's say 5 foot long, re-spool it, stick it back in, then a print starts fine. But I keep getting this error. I've never had that error over the last 11 months, and Matt seemed to think there might be something wrong with the coupler on the back that the PTFEs go into where it's got the spring. I haven't turned around the machine, but when I have the error, I grab the PTFE that goes from that hub up to the machine, and the PTFE moves in and out fine. I don't feel any tension on it from the spring. So I'm not sure what's causing this error to randomly come up out of the blue. If anybody out there has seen this error before or knows, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I have not went on Bamboo Wiki or their Facebook group to look for this error yet. And then I got another video I put out a few days ago, and that was on my AC Infinity fan that I got. I took down the 195 CFM and I put up this 365, and I got that all mounted up. I put out a video. That's so I have a lot more suction for the Rolly and fiber laser. If I want to run them both at the same time, it will be no problem. I have enough suction.
Cool.
So what's news? What have you been up to?
Like I said, I've been to London. It was my son's birthday. We went to Harry Potter World and some diabetes convention and Natural History Museum we went.
Did you buy one? Harry Potter one? Did you buy one?
Not me, my son did.
Okay. Well, were they like $30?
Yeah, they're expensive. So, yeah, and since I came back Sunday evening, I've been printing here and there. I had a few things what I needed to do for some family members and friends, and so I did. Here's one of the things. Hold on. I did that one for a friend of mine. That's his football club. Don't ask me what football club I like. I don't like football.
You mean soccer?
Yeah, soccer. You call it soccer. But it's football. It's been around longer than football have been. Anyway.
Well, soccer players are in a lot better shape than football players because for 90 minutes, all they do is run, and they don't stop running. So they're definitely in good shape. A lot of cardio.
Yeah.
Did you drink butterbeer? Guy the Jedi is wondering. Have you tried butterbeer?
No. My son did. What you guys talking about? It's all what my son did, not me. I just was there to observe. It was interesting, seeing some of the Harry Potter sets. But
hey, Steven.
I've been in Hollywood. I've seen the big sets, and it's all right, the Harry Potter ones. But there are a lot of things like patching up what I guess they did because certain things break during movement, and they had to break it up into little tiny pieces and reassemble everything. So you see the little tiny gaps everywhere if you look closely. So yeah, interesting.
Much better. Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to rearrange stuff and make my laser room more efficient and try to figure out where to stack everything and move stuff around. I thought about bringing in another PC and putting it in there, but I don't really need to. I got one right here. No reason to have one 10, 15 feet away. If I need a live stream from that room, I can actually take one of my 3 monitors in front of me, take it around the corner, set it, and then I bought a wireless keyboard I can put in there. I can set on the stool, and then I can stream from the room. A lot of my gear will just swing around the corner.
Yeah, that's
a good idea.
That's what I'm up against. Well, anyways, I got a little bit of news to share, if I may.
Sure.
Never.
Yesterday, I got my 130 watt own tech laser yesterday. Yeah, and came. Let's try it again. Yesterday, I got my delivery of my 130 watt ohm tech. There we go. CO2 laser. And I am not going to bust the crate out yet until my garage is painted.
Awesome,
but,
Richard.
Yeah, everything is looking good.
Yeah, I've seen the box on Facebook. It's big crate.
It's a huge crate.
Hello, Patrick, LaserMatic Engraving channel member. Hello. And at 5 Pacific, LaserMatic Engraving will be on live with Rich and Jeremy, and I'm going to be on there with them too. And yeah, and I believe that's 5 p.m. Pacific, 2 hours after I get done here. So I'm going to stream for 3 hours today. Evil Ash, hello.
Hey.
Happy 3-day weekend. What's the holiday?
President's Day.
Okay, I don't work anymore, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Ron, Canadian Maker Project. Ron, what's up?
Not much. How you all doing?
Hey,
We're
Ron.
good, sir.
That's good to hear.
In this moment, I thought you were Nebraska, Ron.
Nebraska. Why do you think that?
No, I know a Ron from Nebraska, so I thought because his stuff also 3D printing, you know, in his logo, and so I thought at first that you were him, you know, till he said from Canada, you know.
Nah, I'm not that one, Ron, unfortunately. So.
Damn,
No,
why you couldn't
I'm the
be?
one that just
I wanted
in
to see
Southern
him.
Ontario.
Hey,
I'm the other
glad to see
Canadian
you.
from Southern Ontario. How about that for a fact?
Yeah.
I use Cheetah Box. My preferred resin slicer is Cheetah Box. I used to have Pro that they used to send me for a few years, and they quit renewing it, so I just use a basic Cheetah Box. I do have Lychee that I use on my bigger resin printer occasionally, but usually Cheetah Box.
Yeah.
And then on the GK2 8K resin printer, I use. They have a slicer specifically for that. I can't think of the name of it, but I use that one also.
I made
I use Lychee exclusively. Excuse me. Sorry.
I made some logos like this, but it was denied. I think nobody in the group wanted it in the book club. Well, because I'm wanting to design a logo, and there's another guy. He's been designing a logo for the past 2 years, and he still didn't have a logo. And so I made a logo in a matter of a day, and I'm like, I came up with this, and but I put it in the chat, and nobody answered me back. Anyway, I also made some other logos for other people, etc. And yeah, quite a few things. I made another cross for another person. Where it is now? This is just one of the crosses I made for that person.
Looks good.
Yeah. And I made some lithophanes. What else I did? Mainly designing. I didn't probably 30 or 40 designs. And just this week I wanted, because people have been asking me for several months to do the designs. So I just thought to myself, I just bang them out and, give it to people. What have you guys been up to?
Matt wasn't on last week, but he designed this for the Dallas Cowboys, and I printed that out. Came out really good. And then he did one for my wife for Alabama. It's got the what is it, elephant? Yeah, elephant logo.
That is one of the logos I did.
Jermaine, what's going on? Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I made something for, this is for October, November, when the red poppy appeal is. So yeah, I didn't design this. I just took the vector of it and modified it, but came out okay. A little bit small maybe on this one.
Anything new with you, Ron? You got any projects you've been working on lately?
Just rebuilding a whole bunch of MK3s. I got one MK3 that I still have to fix. It's an issue. Now this is just with my where I work. We're having an issue with one MK3. Apparently the Bowden tube has now come out of the extruder and has come straight through into the extruder area. So now I got to take the whole thing apart, reprint that one file, and then put it back together, and hopefully it'll work this time around. without the tube going right through the stupid extruder on the Prusa.
The
But other than that,
PTFE, the PTFE came out of the hot end. Did it have a
Yeah.
clip on it? That
it did have, well, okay, so the Prusa itself has a actual MK6 on there, so full
Yeah.
legit. And for some strange reason, somehow the hole is worn out. And when I was trying to unjam the stupid printer, it pulled out the whole PTFE tube out
Okay.
into the extruder area. So I'm going, okay, well, it looks like that's going to need to be reprinted. So on Monday, I go back in. I start at one of the MK3s and have it reprint the body. And then I'm going to rebuild it again.
okay.
After I just rebuilt it 3 days ago because it had the same damn problem. So, but this time it actually pulled out the tube and everything else. So now I gotta go
Montana
down
Maker,
deeper
thank you
and
very
try
much.
to figure out. So
Yeah,
that's
the only
gonna
thing
be a
I
lot of
think
fun.
I should have added to that video is if people don't know how to cut the perforated pipe, which is simple, take a razor knife, cut it, then take a pair of nippers, you nip the wire in it. But I guess I could have said that in it for somebody who may not know how to cut it until they actually try, then it's self-explanatory.
You talking about the vent hose on the
Yeah.
vent on the interior? Like if it's sticking out too far? Okay. I need to open my box.
It's like you have on a dryer hose. I bought an upgraded version that's like 3 or 4 layers thick. It's less likely to get a tear in it or a leak.
Again, it's an 8-inch, so it's huge. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go grab it in a little bit.
The fan is 6-inch here, and I've got reducers on it. It's 4-inch pipe everywhere else.
Right.
And I kind of hated to do that, but I wanted the more airflow. So it's like 365 CFM. It's a bigger fan. I printed out the 2 adapters I found online instead of buying them off Amazon for 15 or 20 bucks a piece. And I just put foil tape on them because they're not tight enough to stay on without being taped together or running a screw through it and holding it, whatever.
All right. Question. I don't know if Rich is still here or even Patrick. Well, Patrick's in a basement though. So I don't
Patrick's
think-
working right now, probably, but he's in chat.
Yeah, I know. I seen him. Maybe I'll ask tonight. I'll ask now because it's just a thought that got in my head the other day about venting. Because on the top of some of our houses, we have screens. Those little to where the birds can't get in under your gables. And I'm wondering if any of that smoke can get back into your house to where you're going to start smelling smoke inside of your house. If it's possible.
I wouldn't have anything that's venting out under, well, I guess mine vents out back too, and that the smoke was to rise immediately, but hit my eave, underneath my eave right there, but it can't get back into the house on mine.
Well, mine would go, to the garage, but of course the garage is connected to the house. So.
Yeah, you need a pipe to go straightly outside of the garage. Then I would think would be your best bet if you're pumping it out that way.
You're going to have that on the wall that's on the side of your garage, not on the other side towards your front door, right? Obviously,
Right.
It'll be on the other
Right.
side, in between the houses of you and your neighbor.
Yeah. Hope Boyd doesn't get upset.
I don't think nobody's going to really notice it. Just have it high on the wall, higher on the wall. Don't have it down real low.
Yeah. That was a nickname I gave him when I moved in. Because the look he gave me with my U-Haul truck sitting out in the street.
You live in a cul-de-sac?
Nope.
Okay.
You used to.
Yeah, I'm at the end of the street on a cul-de-sac.
Yep.
And the
Seen
only
it.
reason I bought this particular house is my son would be safe when I bought it, 25, 26 years ago, when he was a little kid. He could play out front without a car racing by and possibly hitting him. So there's nowhere to go past my house other than make a U-turn.
Yep. And I lived in a fourplex condo on a cul-de-sac. So yeah, seen all kinds of crazy stuff. Glad I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, with all that, like Patrick is saying here, with all that air going out of your house, don't have it near wherever air would get drawn in. Otherwise, it'll suck the smoke back in the house. Don't have it above a garage vent down below where air comes in or near a garage door where it might suck more air in, because if too much air is going out, you might even have to leave your garage door cracked open when you're using your laser if enough air isn't being drawn in so it can blow it out. What's going on, Jared, man? How you been? Long time no see from hear from you. How you been, Jared? Jared, I've had my bamboo now this month makes a year. So my warranty either just ran out or will run out any day now. I have over 2,000 hours on my Bamboo Lab X1 carbon. And here's an error I started getting yesterday. I'm printing a Betty Boop for my wife, and I started getting this error. It was having an issue with the filament. It says to pull it out. I go to pull it out of slot 1. It won't let me pull it. So I'm screwing with the machine for like 5 or 10 minutes, hitting buttons, trying this. Eventually, after at least 5 minutes, it will loosen up enough that I can pull it all the way back out like 5 foot long, refeed it, and then the job continues. But this is my new error. Matt seems to think this might be the coupler on the back of the machine where the PTFs go in both sides of it, and it's got the spring, is what Matt thinks the problem might be. So I'm not sure why I'm getting that error right now. I'm currently printing a Betty Boop for my wife. And this is a resin print. I did a Betty Boop for my wife a long time ago from designer David Chambers. And here's the bigger version that I'm making of it right now. So you can see there's a little bit of size difference. And I'm printing this out in Polymaker filament. They sent me to do a bunch of different projects with. So.
Looks nice. What I see. Yeah, it's another logo what I did for environmental group here. I don't say environmental group. They're just like going outside, cleaning up the community, you know, and they plant trees and they clean up the rivers and, you know, pick up trash, and that's basically what they do. These people.
I mean, the hub that comes on the back of the machine. That came with the machine on the back. I guess it's a hub. It's not a hub. It's just what's built on there. It's got this spring-loaded. The AMS plugs in one side, and it goes out to the printer on the other side. Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie has more boops. Hey, Chris Mink, what's going on? I think Chris Mink is buying a couple K1s. Either just bought them or he's buying a couple K1s.
Hey, Richard.
You guys, you know how you always say that's not a knife, this is a knife? Well, that's not a whole saw. This is a whole saw.
This moment I thought you holding up a microbolic microscope for a second.
I hope you got that at Harbor Freight so you didn't pay $1 million for it.
Amazon.
Well, that's a big...
Okay. How much was it?
About 22.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an 8-inch.
Wow.
You know, you were asking about about like running laser. There's actually BOFA. I just checked them out. They do sell one for a laser, so maybe worth looking at. BOFA. They're an air purifying company that takes the air from like they mostly do it for 3D printers, but they do have one that will do it for lasers now.
Yeah, I thought about going that route instead of drilling a hole in my house. I mean, my garage, not in the house. But I'm gonna stick with the way I'm going now, I guess.
Have fun, Sergio.
Whoa! Holy!
Oh, yeah, I saw Sergio over on Chris's stream earlier today.
Holy!
That's nice.
I mean, the admins on the OwnTech site for that particular laser, because it's so big, they say you want an 8-inch. So I'm just going off their device.
Yeesh.
And that's the admins on the group.
Has that got a flapper or door on it?
Yes. There's a flapper.
The one that I have has a magnum on it, so when it's closed, no bugs can get in. But hopefully that'll stay shut when it's not blowing.
I recommend also putting a
screen.
Yeah, it's got a screen.
Put a screen at the. Oh, there is a screen at the bottom of it.
Screen and a flapper. Yes.
Good, because you don't want rodents getting in there.
Right.
Electrify it.
Yeah.
Electrify it. I don't know if you can do that legally in the U.S. Can you?
I think
like a buck stepper. You're allowed to have buck steppers. Just make a buck stepper out of it. So every time a
think-
bug comes, beep.
How much do you think that vent was?
$40.
60.
I'm going to say about 100.
60.
60, eh? Yeah. I'm
I
using
was right.
Canadian math, you know. It was 60
Yeah, it was Amazon
American,
too.
it's 100 Canadian.
Yeah, that was
Is
Amazon
actually
as well.
Canadian money real money? I mean, I
Yes,
thought
it's
you
real
guys
money.
get all paid in bacon and syrup.
No, unfortunately not. Or else we'll all be diabetic and dead by now.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, I seen a Canadian corner, and that's worthless. That's what I was told. It's worthless.
Canadian dollars only
Oh,
worth.
we got a
what?
raid coming in. Raid's coming in.
Woohoo!
We changed screens here. See, we got raiding. Digital Dragon is raiding with a party of 18 people on Twitch. Thank you very much, guys, for the raid. I hope you had an awesome stream, my friend. Thank you very much. I just started streaming here a half hour ago. And if you don't know, I'm Jerry with 3DHP. Each and every Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific, I go live on Twitch and YouTube. And we have makers in from all over the world. And I usually stream for around 3 hours. We talk about 3D printing and lasers and CNC, a little bit of anything and everything. And yeah, that's it. So if you're interested, please follow. And yes, I have a 7-foot alien right there behind me that I printed out of Polymaker filament. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great day. Please like, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff. And we'll get back to chit-chatting here. And thank you very much for the raid.
Your dog wants something of you. My dog find out that she's actually asleep, I think.
Hello, Scott. How you doing today?
Okay.
No, Nikita,
Hey,
I already
Edge
gave
of
you a tracker.
Edge of 3D.
Yeah, Big Alien is done. I haven't painted it yet. I got to do some putty work on it, paint it. I don't know if and when that'll happen. And I'm working on a little Betty Boop for my wife right now. Here's a small version, which I resin printed for her like a year or two ago. And now I'm printing a larger version right now at a Polymaker filament. So and I'll be doing a video on it. That's currently underway.
So you say you were getting
Hey,
errors
join
as
us,
you were
Edge
printing?
of 3D.
Hello, Scott.
If you'd like to come, you're welcome.
Here's a
Or
link.
just
Maybe
let
wants to drop
chat.
in. We currently have 42 people watching, 22 on YouTube and 20 on Twitch. I've got 669 followers on Twitch, 8 subscribers. On YouTube, I have like 5,600 people. And I'm not sure how many members I have on YouTube. Probably around 10. I've had more people join today. I know that Rich, the LA Hobby Guy, just became a member. Kenny just became a member.
Nice pajamas, Kenny.
Yeah, he just got back from Walmart grocery shop, and that's why he's wearing them.
He looks
Nikita,
like he's Scottish.
go eat your food. Go. No more.
I know my dog does the same thing. As soon as I go live, he like bothers me because she knows exactly. It's more likely she will get.
Hey,
a
Pete,
treat
how you
of
doing
me.
today?
I keep my dog upstairs, so it's the only way to keep her happy. Comes
Yeah, one of
down
my
here, she
dogs
gets all
loves
scared.
being outside all day long. I have a doggy door. They come in and go as they please, but she prefers to be outside most of the day. And then another one's always underneath my feet or right behind my chair. I go to get up. I have to look around before I get up and walk around. Chris Mink, yes, you did. The other day, Chris Mink just became a member on my YouTube. Thank you very much. I was forgetting who that was, but I see that you're green here in chat. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it.
Hey, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, your name on my side shows up in green, so I know who the channel member is. Really appreciate that. And I plug all my channel members and all the videos that I do at the end of all the videos. But anybody that just joined in on the raid and hasn't left yet, here's that big alien I was talking about. That was printed out with 35 rolls of Polymaker filament. You see all the spools there to the right. And where I got the idea from was that little one in gray there done in resin. I figured, hey, why not do something really big? So I put out 4 videos on my channel at 3DHP on YouTube and figured I'll do one big. Now, one thing I did do wrong was 4 tentacles coming out of its back. are sized up a little too large. At some point, I need to reprint them shorter, maybe take them down 6 or 7 inches. They are printed too large. Those are hot glued in. The tail is hot glued in. Everything else was sponsored by 3D Gloop. They supplied all the gloop. I cut up everything in Luban to slice all the parts, and everything was printed on my Cheaty iFast and my Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon. And I did a video on the legs. I did a video on the tail, then the upper body and the base, and there's a total of 4 videos out on that. And will I print something else that big again? I don't have any room. I have no room to print anything really large, but unless I put it into a different part of the house.
Have you ever thought of 3D printing the Enterprise and make it even bigger?
The one above me is like 3 foot long, but no, I haven't thought about making one bigger. That one needs to be properly painted. It's got a white paint job. It's just flat white. I never did properly paint it. When I built it, I got it off Gambody, which there's a picture on Gambody before it's painted. When you look at the post, I thought I was going to put lights and stuff in it, but then I sized it up to a weird size. I couldn't find the proper light kit for those engines where it rotates. So I eventually just gave up on the idea. I glued it together and hung it up.
That'd be cool.
And I've got a Romulan warbird and a bird of prey right above my head, which are both painted 2 different shades of green. But I haven't completely painted them. They're just roughly painted the right color, and I hung them up to get them out of the way since they're big.
But isn't that the Ghostmobile? That's lights up, right?
See those 2 right there.
Beautiful.
And the Ghostbuster car doesn't light up. I mean, it can light up. If I ever finished it.
Yeah. So that the guy didn't buy it the other day?
No. I've had a couple of people on Etsy look at it. And Etsy, I have free shipping in the U.S., but I want a lot more for it on Etsy than I do Facebook Marketplace for local pickup here in Vegas.
$50 cash right now.
That's too cheap. I can work a deal with you, but I can't go that cheap, obviously.
I'm teasing you.
Somebody messaged me the other day, and he asked if he could make that turn it into an RC car. I'm like, sure, anything can be turned into an RC car, but it's an awful big, heavy body for an RC car. Because most RC cars have those thin plastic molded bodies that are painted on the inside, and they're almost, there's no weight to them. But yeah, anything could be turned into an RC car.
Yeah, I wouldn't make that an RC car. No way.
Digital Dragon, thank you very much for rating. I really appreciate it. You have a great day, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Digital Dragon.
Go slay one. All right. Let me get this print started or cut started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tom Lama, used to be the blue tape guy. Now he's doing some really awesome cutting boards and doing some great videos. Garage Llama. How you doing, bud?
Matching, how are you guys? And actually, I'm back in the 3D printing today.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is that 2020 that you were talking about cutting up?
Yep.
Mr. Brandon Terry, thank you for the follow, and I really appreciate that on Twitch. Thank you.
It's very old and beat up 2020, so I'm running sandpaper down it to take out any nicks. Because this is probably about the 4th printer some of this has been on. Some of it's pretty yucky and old. And if you run your finger down it and it's got a nick, you just sand it out with some 400.
Did you paint the back of your Mac, your laptop, or did it come like that?
I don't know. It came like that. That's
Montana Maker, thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
It's like a snap-on cover. It came to Sergio, gave me that for my birthday last year.
Okay.
It's an old Mac he was using on his.
How's that little fiber laser you got from Sergio working out on your cutting boards? Is it doing a real nice job?
Yeah, for what I'm using it for, it's perfect. I wouldn't go out and spend the money on one. I didn't realize how pricey they are.
But that's a lot better than using a branding iron trying to burn it in, right? And then having it flake or char.
Yeah, it's actually perfect for branding a logo into a cutting board or whatever. But like he got the roller and everything. That roller is kind of useless. So you can do like coffee cups but you can't. It just doesn't work well. I mean, you can. It works, but I can actually show you.
Yeah.
all my experiments. I don't know if you can see that, but I've been experimenting on this poor coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
And they always come out like out of shape or oblong, and you got to pack it with water and bottles, and they have to 3D print a little,
Channel members.
The ones that are better, they hold it here.
Hershey 3D channel members that subscribe, it's a monthly fee. They show up in green on YouTube. It's something YouTube started doing a couple years ago. Subscribers on YouTube don't show up. I just, I try to share all the comments that I see, because if you're watching on Twitch, you can't see the comments on YouTube and vice versa. That's why most comments I put up on the screen is, even though we're in chat, we can read them. The other platform can't see them. But thank you very much if you're a subscriber or a member on my YouTube and my Twitch.
Yeah, thank you.
Starred.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Whole starred category now.
Yeah, just like the commercials on YouTube, they change everything up. Everything's different and changed up. And so, what mic are you using? Is it on your shirt there, or is it on the laptop?
What?
The microphone.
Yes, the headset. Why is it bugging out?
It's just slightly muffled, but we can hear you okay.
Yeah, as long as, because sometimes it'll make everybody like buzz, and I don't hear it. So I'll just shut it off and go to the laptop if it is. Did I clean this one already? It looks like I did.
So what size of printer are you going to be building?
The size those extrusions end up fitting.
So no generic size, eh?
What type of printer? A bed slinger, 4XY? What type?
Oh no, it's going to be a cross gantry, a Crow XY.
All right.
No more belt, no more heavy duty belts. Just loops and backs, and no bed slingers. I'm all done with bed slingers.
Yeah, me too.
Although I gotta say, the bed slingers are getting pretty good nowadays. Now with Clipper and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, Clipper does help.
Yeah, they're getting more trim looking. Like you don't see all the wires hanging; they're actually in the structure itself.
I don't care about that
cleaner.
so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are. I mean, they all are. It's just swinging the bed around is definitely a cause for issues, and not because you can't tune the bed. You can tune the bed because of the weight. I mean, extrusion's almost as much as the bed when you start throwing the extrusion and the hot end around. The thing is the bed constantly changes in weight, and it's hard to compensate for that, especially when you get into, like the 300 millimeter printers, like, the old CR10s. If you ever saw someone on an old CR10, you can always tell it was printed on a CR10 because as it got higher, it got floppier.
Channel member Light Source Engraving Patrick, they have a live stream tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I will be on that live stream with Rich LA Hobby Guy, Patrick, and Jeremy, which HTL Customs. So I'm streaming today for 3 hours. That'll be I thought it was on at 5 Pacific, but that must be 5:30.
I was wrong. I thought it was 5 for 5:30.
Nice. And let me grab that. I got that right here. Let me share that link.
Isn't that link for the link up so you can get into the chat versus live stream itself? Well, you say you're going to pass up the link, so I'm just making sure the link is not the one that allows him to get into the StreamYard for his show.
Oh no, it's not. I'm just going to
Okay.
YouTube and I'm finding the link for the channel for the show.
Yeah, where we pretty much focus on
This-
lasers.
This picture looks different than the one I seen yesterday. I guess he changed it again.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Hello, Vince. How you been?
I think Vince is just lurking. He had just typed in just the USA to win that free filament.
Oh, that feels good. Pop.
I'm
I
hot. Wow.
thought Patrick had a link that showed HTL Customs and my logo on the screen, but this one has a picture of him and Rich, so I guess he changed it back again.
Yeah, I'm getting confused between Laser Realm and then the other one. So I thought originally it was the other one, the new one.
You guys are so quiet. You're normally more lively. Should we talk about food?
Oh, we haven't yet.
No, Speedy
Oh, good
friend
Lord, we
does.
talk about food and goodness.
Well, I can bring up something because is it Mike from Teaching Tech? The guy from Teaching Tech, is that?
Michael,
Yeah.
Teaching Tech,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Michael
Yeah,
Laws.
he just did that video on the Peter Poly on that new printer because I guess they sent him one, and man, the price tag on that bad boy, you know, the magnetic one where it doesn't have any
Yeah.
belts or anything like that. Yeah, $2,000, man.
No,
Ouch.
Yeah.
Patrick, it's for some
Yeah, I
reason
saw
it
it.
changed.
I thought that Smurf, the
The
one
Pure
you're
Poly?
talking about, yeah, looked interesting, but
Patrick, I'm sending you a copy of the link on Messenger. I commented in chat. It looks like the link changed. Yeah, there's the link on Messenger, and then that's the link for the 1 to 4 hours. So I don't know why it changed or what YouTube did.
Who knows what YouTube does these days? They don't communicate to us at all.
Man, did I forget to turn my fan on? I'm getting smoked out in here. Well, it's running.
And here's the one that I had seen yesterday. Here's the link. I'll share it in chat. This is the one that has my logo on it also.
God, it smells in here.
Oh, Light Source Engraving. I was on LaserMaker's Realm. Light Source Engraving has my logo, but the one from LaserMaker's Realm doesn't. Okay, I see.
I think Kenny's getting smoked out of his place.
It's being simulcast on multiple channels, and I was looking at the wrong channel, even though they're all the same show. That's what happened.
I'm making sure my exhaust is working. And it is.
Where are you cutting?
Yeah.
Another cross. Another Lord's Prayer cross.
Okay,
My
you're
wife
making it-
wants two. My wife wants two. One for her sister and one for her sister and her niece.
Is it wood, acrylic?
Wood.
Mm.
Just, you know.
I have one
Or-
what you can print out.
Maybe me need to get a little bit of caulking
Yeah.
around that hose so it's nice and tight so it doesn't allow backdraft to come in.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think.
Usually it's not a problem.
There you go.
Yeah, Matt made that one. That's plastic. He printed it.
I might make one out of acrylic.
Acrylic. Now that's an interesting stuff to work with because it can stink to high levels. So you gotta be. So even though you smell it, it's better that you cut it, leave the area, let the fumes exhaust completely because that stuff can stink really badly.
Great.
I work with acrylic all day. We have a laser cutter at my work. We cut about 20, 30 rounds of acrylic a day. And I'm telling you, in that area, you just walk near it and it is horrendous smelling. It is
I'm sure the
horrible.
fumes are toxic too, right, Ron?
Depending on the type of acrylic you're using. But yeah, the smell is very, very distinct. Be careful with the type of acrylic you're cutting into. You don't want acrylic that's mixed with, I believe is chlorine is one of the chemicals, and that's deadly. You do not want to do that at all.
You got Our Father turned backwards, Matt. Flip it around.
Oh. Which
'Cause I
one?
made a couple. I sent Chris Mink a couple
Mink.
out of wood. He wanted to see that one that you 3D printed.
This one. I have this one. I've made this one last couple days. I made this for other people, not for myself. But like I made this for somebody in chat.
Go down.
So, and a few other items. What I made for him. Well, the one you can download on printables of Our Father's Cross, you can just punch in my name and you will find 2 of them, I think. Definitely the Father Cross, and I have another cross on there. Yeah, I'm actually working on your logo right now. To modify it so I can actually print with it. Oops. Just click too much. Undo.
Here's what I got. I added my new sticker to the bamboo about an hour ago. I put my second sticker in. I couldn't get my fingers on the first one to peel it off, so I just put the new one next to the old one. That's the 4th part on the Betty Boot base.
Well, Richard, we're giving away 2 rolls of filament later. One from Siltech and one from Polymaker, right?
Yes.
We give one away. Yeah.
Yeah, Polymaker anywhere in the world they ship to, and Ziltech is USA only.
So you have a chance of winning a Polymaker filament if you want. So
I'll share the link to the Polymaker after I draw for Ziltech.
Hobo also did across the first stanza for Amazing Grace. It looks pretty cool. I'm getting all kinds of ideas from my new laser.
There we go. That's what I was trying to remember. Acrylic light poisoning, which is another issue.
Oh, great. Well, I think I'll be doing more wood than I will acrylic.
Well, it's good to give it a try, but I wouldn't say print acrylic all day long.
So I should probably put the vent at the frontmost part of my garage wall on the side, right? Away from the furthest most front.
Yeah, you want the furthest away you can make it in your
from the house.
So from the house and from anyone that would be near it.
Yeah.
Like Patrick was saying, anywhere that draws air into your fresh air into your garage, you don't want to have that near it. I don't really know that above it would hurt. Well, most of the fumes dry. Well, I wouldn't want to have it near it because if the odor might linger in the whole area, whether it's up high or down low, it might not always flow up.
Do you have a way to close off that area where you think the fumes might be coming up into the attic?
No, just a standard house. When you look at it, I mean, I don't. Here in Nevada, because it gets hotter than hell.
About every 6 feet, they got a vent on the eave. There's a rectangular vent underneath the eave. So just don't be near that vent, otherwise the fumes will go back in the house.
Right, that was my point.
Yeah,
I have out here in Canada, we have the coldest of cold winters, the hottest of hottest summers we get here. It's ridiculous. We get humidity like you wouldn't believe. But anyways, so we have in the with the overhangs and everything else, you have sometimes they're vented, sometimes they're not. So I was thinking if you can buy the non-vented, put it up there, and then walk a few more minutes, like walk over and then replace it with something that is vented so it's out of the way.
Why not extend on the outside the host to another location a little bit further?
It'll be
I mean,
fine just coming out the wall. That's what everybody does all around the world. He doesn't need to rerun anywhere else. It'll be fine on his house.
Okay.
All right.
I just think of a way to prevent it from happening. That's all.
Yeah, I'm looking for a picture if I can find it.
And my fiber's gonna go in here when I get my fiber. Money, money, money. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford 100 though. I think I'll go with an 80. It's not all talk at once, man. There's 5 people in here.
I think we've all gotten a little
No.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well,
Well,
what do you guys
Don't
think
worry
of
about
that
it.
Bamboo situation that Bamboo has going on right now with that recall?
Oh yeah. Well,
I was going to buy one, and then I saw the recall, and was like, I think I want to wait and see what the recall comes up with. You know, see if they come up with a better plan to fix it, rather than just, you know, sending you guys all, oh, here's a 3D printed part, slap it on, that should fix it.
yeah, to unfix the
No,
cable.
I don't think it will be a 3D printed part, or I think they're
what they
going to
were
replace the
talking
whole
to-
cable.
Yeah, they were telling people to print out this part and then put it on the cable, it'll fix it. But if your cable has the actual damage, you have to send it. You can buy the kit or you can send it back. And
You
then
can buy the kit because for a while they said they're going to send you out the kit, including $120.
yeah, or
credit.
B, you could send it back to them, is what I heard also.
That money thing, that's like buying the customer, you know. Just do the part, you know, back up your product. You don't. I mean, the money, yeah, it's nice, but to me, that's buying the customer.
Oh, they're all recalled? Okay. That's why I was not sure about if they were all.
And that's
all
what I
recalled.
thought too. I
I
thought they made a
remember-
total recall.
Yeah, because I remember the first time they made the announcement, they were saying, "Oh, you can just put a printed part on the problem." I was like, going, yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
sound right." And then
That's
they
what-
rebacked it, saying that they were going to ask you to buy a part, and it's $100, and they're going to give you the money. And then right after, I heard about the full recall. So
I
didn't
think
know
mine.
what all 3 plans were then.
I think I got a strawberry vape in mine. I vape a 6, so I try different flavors,
I just have
Right.
flavorless
but
nicotine.
I really don't notice it. When I first quit smoking back in the day, when I smoked 2 packs a day, I was smoking a tobacco flavor, and it was like a 12 or something, and now I'm down to a 6. My wife said, "Why don't you just vape a 0?" Well, I've never went down to a 0, but
I used to smoke 4-packs.
I don't say I can do 4 packs in a day. Smoke half, step on it.
I used to smoke Eric's. Remember the Eric's cigar cigarettes?
Yeah.
I
Let's
think
not
they're
talk
like
about smoking.
strawberry-
Smoking is bad. So
Yeah.
please, people. don't
Anything
start
other than
smoking.
air in your lungs is bad. No matter what it is, if it's other than clean air, it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, any kind of dust or debris or smoke or anything anywhere other than clean, fresh air is not good for you.
Yeah, once
I
a blue
just do
moon, I
this-
do smoke
Yeah.
these babies.
A fart is bad for you, you know?
Hold on, I'll change cameras here. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, usually I end up smoking these babies. Just cigars. That's it.
Yeah, my dad used to smoke cigars.
Once a blue
or a
moon, I
pipe.
smoke these.
I think cigars stink personally. I don't. Casinos in Vegas, even now and back in the day, when they used to allow cigarette smoke, there would always be signs of no cigars everywhere. The cigars stink. And my dad used to smoke a pipe in the house when I was younger. My dad passed when I was 17, so that was a long time ago. I'm
wow.
currently older than my dad was when he passed away.
Same here.
So,
So did you ever get caught as a kid?
what,
Did you have to
smoking?
smoke- And did you have to smoke a cigar in front of everybody till you turned purple?
I didn't start smoking till I was, I was almost 16. 15 and a half, I think. I had a neighbor kid that were riding around our bikes. He was smoking. I'm like, here, let me try one. He's like, no, you don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, I want to be cool. Yeah, let me try one. So
Ain't cool.
there it went. But he told me not to. I was warned.
Yep.
One
The polite
happened
thing
Did
to
you
do
listen
is
to the warning?
yeah.
Don't drink, don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Man, this remind me of the Adam Ant song.
Yeah, I mean, this is helping me a lot because cutting down from 4 packs a day. I mean, that's
Yes.
quite a bit, you know.
Their current giveaway in the U.S. is for a roll of filament, which is from Ziltech.com. I'll show their website in a little bit. It's only good for filament. So if you was to win and you didn't have a 3D printer, you could donate it to somebody else in chat. You could have me respin, or you can get it sent to you, and then you can look at it until one of these days you might use it. But the filament runs around $20 a roll. That will be given away, and then later for a Polymaker, that will be for filament also. Yep.
Yeah, my Polymaker thing, that was nice, man. Kate, if you're on here, man, thank you again.
You mean the bamboo?
No, that was a Polymaker.
No, I think he thought it was bamboo. I think is what he meant.
Wait, what?
I don't understand.
I thought
I
we
know
were talking
what
about
I-
filament.
Yeah, I thought he talked. I'm not sure what he's asking. I understand what I'm reading, but
Oh, somebody else on chat. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, because I was talking about, because you guys were talking about the Ziltech.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, he's talking about the strain relief problem on the bamboo.
Yeah, as far as I know, that got no fix for it. So, and that's kind of surprised me when you talked about it, or you just have to print this part out, and I'm like, I thought that part was obsolete. So, well, now
It's like
we
you
know.
buy you have a power tool. All drills, like for instance, have a really huge, thick rubber strain relief. They will not kink no matter what you do anywhere near the end of that drill, and that's just the way power tools are. When they made this for some, I'm assuming that the wire is too light, the gauge of wire, and it breaks very easily in no strain relief, and therefore they should have put one on it, and they didn't. So
Yeah, then they were talking about like I said, the first issue of emails that I got my little dirty hands on was, oh, they can print a part and put it as a strain relief. I'm like going,
yeah, and then they updated that a
Yeah.
couple times, and they finally done a complete recall.
yeah.
Because if somebody was to print the part and then they still had a problem, or they didn't install it right, or it broke, or whatever, then they're back to the original problem. So they realized the end result, what could happen.
Yeah, so like I said, I was going to buy a bamboo A1, but I'm now going to wait a little bit, see what happens.
Buy yourself a P1P. They're pretty good.
Yeah, but I still got a Voron I still haven't built yet. 350 by 350.
Come on.
That's my first thing I
Hurry
got to
up.
start doing.
Start
I got to
building.
build it. I know I got to start building it. I've just been so busy.
I'm
You
done with
can
building.
You can build while you're on Cherry's show.
Yeah, I should do that, whip out everything and start building it. But
Every
I wanna build
Saturday. Join us and build the Voron. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people log in and they're working in the background. They chat as they hear somebody talk to them. Tim DeWitt does that quite a
You
bit.
let me?
Or Tom,
My
like
cap isn't freaking an M5. It's got to be SAE, not metric. God damn it.
Yeah, PC. I got the I got the 2.4R edition of the Voron, which I still have to build. It's time issues that I have right now, and also I keep on injuring myself for the last 3 weeks. Like last week, I pulled my groin muscle. I'm still dealing with the pain from that one. Ugh.
how you do that?
Believe it or not, and this is gonna sound really funny, I have to get blood work
Try
done
to do the
because I'm
splits?
No, I'm diabetic type 2. So
I got
they had
so
me urinate
many
into a
answers
cup.
to that.
I couldn't urinate at the time, so I had to force myself to urinate.
Oh,
And that
Sorry.
pulled the groin.
wow.
I called
Yeah.
I called my telehealth. I called my doctors. Like, there's a line that I can call in Ontario for doctors' information if you're a patient and you're curious about what you might have done. So I gave them a call. It's Telehealth Ontario. It's run by the Ontario government. And I said to the nurse on the other end, I said, think I might have hurt myself. And I explained the pain. And she said, sounds like you may have pulled your groin muscle. I said, is that possible and I explained what I had to get done. And she said, definitely, you did that.
Wow. I had that problem years ago, and I had to go to the ER, and they had to give me some shots to make things work properly. And I whipped it out on the table. I took a hammer, a rubber mallet, and I beat on it. That didn't work, so I had to go to the ER.
I can't see myself doing that to mine.
Beat on the
You
bat
guys
with
are
a
terrible.
baseball bat. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, why do they make these models so damn tight?
You guys are funny.
Yeah, you do need every muscle in your body to move that stupid machine. Even in the box alone, I lifted that thing up and I thought I was going to pass out. Oh, that weighs a ton.
I've got a hypercube I built a long time ago, Evo, from Ziltech is where the kit came from. It's a 400 by 400 by 500. I put Clipper on it like a year ago, and as soon as I got Clipper installed, I stopped right there. I quit working on it. I went on to all my other hobbies, bouncing around. It's sitting behind me in the corner by the Alien, and I'm thinking about selling it. The wiring needs to be dressed up a little bit, but it does work. I need to, I guess, get some prints done on it. I think when I built it, I got like $800 into it. When I built it, I'd probably sell it for $300, $350. But it's 400 by 400 by 500. It's all 40/40 extrusion, or 30/30. I think it's big extrusion. It's not 20/20. I think it's 30/30. Yeah, it's heavy duty extrusion, and I don't use it, so why keep it? Non-fam, hello. How are you doing, my friend? Anybody in the chat have any questions? Anybody on screen want to talk about? Oh, I thought that was actually somebody walked in the room. I glanced up and I'm like, who walked in the room? He's getting there, looking good.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Looks nice. You were having trouble printing something that kept having some kind of a layer shift or something was happening with something.
Trying to fit him on a chair. I mean, it's way too tight. You know, because here's the chair.
Okay.
You know, and there's
Then
the pins.
Sand down the pins and then glue him directly on it. If he won't fit in the pins, and get rid of the pins. If you nip off the pins, they might break the model, so be careful.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Yeah.
If you've already cured the chair, then if you snip them, you're going to shatter the model. You'll have to sand them down. If you haven't cured it yet, then you can nip them off.
Yeah,
little by little.
Cured. Everything's cured.
Okay.
But yeah, I watched the video because it's the cat scene where he's talking to some guy that wants some guy that was messing with his daughter, you know, whacked. And Marlon Brando had a cat in his lap. So I could, you know, he had black hair, but he was gray. So I got gray in there.
Uh-huh.
So the trick I did was when I painted his hair black, I didn't, I left some of the gray primer as his gray hair is what I did. It came out cool.
Or you could paint it black, dry brush it, put a little bit of paint on your brush, put it on your palm of your hand, and completely wipe off 99% of the paint to where there's barely anything in it, and then lightly brush over it, and it will leave really light streaks. But you got to paint most of it off onto a paper towel, or I usually use the back of my hand. And I get almost 99% of the paint off, and then I go over it with my brush, and you'll barely see highlights of it.
You paint models?
I used to.
Going over your house.
My wife
I'm seeing that. By the way, speaking of, I'm seeing that as a trend now on YouTube. And they call it backlog. Somebody says, you want to see backlog? And then you're showing all his models he hasn't painted. I forgot who it was, but it was a lot of stuff.
99% of my stuff isn't painted, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at painting. If I try, I do okay on some things. Other things I don't do. I'm not good on.
Well, these little faces are hard, you know. And I did that without my magnifying, you know, my shield.
Yeah, the best way to do any kind of faces or anything like that is use an old part, practice on something to try to get your skin tones right. Always build things up in layers. Go darker to lighter. This practice makes perfect. Y'all know,
Kind of like dolls, huh?
We should check your Facebook message. I just sent something.
Yeah, I think we all have those gray models that we just never printed. Like right now, I'm reworking the one of my prints I bought way back when from Sanex, the Sailor Moon one. I'm reprinting that, and I've decided I'm going to use the stone filament I got from everyone and just make it out of stone and just not paint it. Just make it look like marble, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking
what I've been
of,
doing lately.
with this Godfather, I mean, here I got a new CO2. I got this, working on this Godfather, and already got in my head, oh, I do Scarface, and I looked, and there's a Scarface out there. I want to do them all.
How much is Scarface going to cost you, though?
Actually, I think it was on 3D Cult, and I kept getting a website error, so I don't know yet. I was trying to pull it up the other day, and I kept getting an error.
They might have pulled it down then.
And then I also want to do Tony Soprano, where he's sitting in the recliner.
Mm. That was a good show back in the day.
Oh man, that was an awesome show. And too bad that he died,
Yeah.
And you had the wife, nurse something.
No, Nikki. Here you go, Kenny. Here's something you can talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is that something you just bought, Jerry?
I didn't buy it. It's Kenny's. Kenny.
It was delivered yesterday. But as you can see, my garage is in need of a paint job. So I'm going to paint my garage and then open it.
Why does it say USB on there? Is that a big USB stick in there?
They all do for some reason. I don't know what that means.
I believe the USB.
Because I've seen other. Yeah, go ahead.
I believe it's a USB model, so you don't use SD cards. You use USB key for it, so it can read the files.
Never.
And yeah, that is a deep box. It does go back a ways. That's not an illusion. That is a big box.
That's a CO2, right?
Yeah, CO2. It's also got the chiller and 4 gallons of coolant.
Yeah, that sounds
coolant.
like the same one we just recently bought ourselves for the shop also.
130 watt, right, Kenny?
130 watt, yeah.
Yep.
Big old long tube.
You're going to have fun with that one. Trust me. A lot of fun using it.
Yeah. I already got a name for it. Big Bad Bertha.
My big printer in the corner.
Yeah.
I call it the Kraken.
The Kraken?
Kraken.
Yeah. Kraken, yeah. Kraken's another popular one. How's that been working out for you since you got it?
Yeah, pretty good. Right now I can't allocate any filament for it because I need to use it for my charity projects. So whatever I have left overs, I will try some more printing on it. But I used already like 2 rolls on it, and that goes like that on that machine, So yeah.
That clears.
Was that the 400 by 400 by 400 or
500 by 500 by 500?
Oh, okay.
I just noticed something. I gotta get rid of that green reel.
Get rid of the what?
Green what?
This green stuff. I sold my rat rig the other day, guys. I'm having seller's remorse.
Well, hey, if you sold it, then you can build yourself a Voron.
I'm done with building. I mean, like Sam was saying, what week before last something about tinkering versus building and all that, and just having the damn thing work. I'm at the point where I just want the damn thing to work.
I can understand.
Another
that.
thing to consider: if you build a printer, someday you're going to sell it. When that happens, who's going to want to buy it? Take that into consideration before you build something. Will a random person want to buy, or are they going to want something that's already put together from a company, or do they want something that you built from parts, even though it's built right? That's something to consider.
Or you do like I do and you just tear it apart and build another one out of it.
I thought about that. I thought about repurposing.
Well, it's like
Okay,
my
just
400
very
by
unit.
it's like my Hypercube 400 by 400 by 500. I can't make that a big boron or anything. I can make it smaller, but I can't make it bigger because like everything's pre-cut. I already have everything pre-cut.
Well,
I could
yeah.
cut it down and make it smaller, but I can't make it. It may not even convert to a boron from its actual parts that I have without
I'll give you
investing an
50
awful lot of
bucks
money
for
in
it
it.
right now. 50 bucks for it right now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a mentality in this valley. Well, can I give you 50 bucks for it?
Well, I used to have yard sales all my life. I've ran yard sales, and no matter what you have a price on something, we take $1. We take $1.
God,
You know,
I hate that.
that's kind of how it is. I always negotiate with people because people like a deal. So no matter what I'm asking, I'll always budget a little bit. But if I've already dropped it multiple times or dropped it to my bottom dollar, then I won't come down no more because I always have a point I won't go below. But I will negotiate when I initially, sell something. And then if it sits too long, obviously, you have it for a year or two later, it's in the garage, just collecting dust. You don't care about it no more. Then you're pretty much willing to be open to any offers if you ever get to that point. And eventually people might get to that point, depending on what it is.
All right. Here's a topic we can get going. With this, God, hold on, continue.
I had an
I'm having a
M5
brain
cat
fart.
last year.
Name that damn thing. What is the name of that? The one that's coming out, Kickstarter. Anyways.
The one from Frozen?
Yeah. All right. So, the big beef on the pre-launch on the Facebook group is, that everybody's talking about is the perch tower. Here you got a 300 by 300, 300 printer, but you got this huge, I mean, not normal, I mean, huge perch tower. Now, would you rather deal with a perch tower or would you rather deal with a poop chute on color changes?
I have both. I got a poop chute and I have purge towers for everything I print.
Yeah, I mean, on a bamboo though, why do you need a perch tower when you got a poop chute? It serves no purpose.
Evidently, it doesn't purge all of it out. You would think it would. If it's going to poop all that film and when it changes colors, I don't understand why it's got to have a purge tower too. I don't think it should have to have it.
On the bamboo, I always turn perch tower off. Is what I do. I never had a problem.
Okay. Because like when I did Betty Boop, I could show you the perch tower for her upper body. Which I think is this one. I think this is it right here. When I did this, which took 2.5, almost 3 days, here's the purge tower. Actually, I don't think that's the right one. No, it's not because the tan is way down here. So I got the wrong one.
See, and that's the correct way to do it. One color on top of the other. The way they're illustrating Grant, yes, it's still, in development. So maybe when it gets released, it'll be like that. Because right now they got it one color next to the other. And I'm thinking, why they got the two colors next to each other, building a tower, when all the perch tower is waste? Why not just stack up different colors? They had two colors.
Good.
Anyways,
they're talking about the arc. They're talking about the Arco from Frozen.
Yeah, Arco. Yeah, that's it.
2000 Teaching Tech just did a video on it. He's been a video. It's not a review, but it's just a video. He's been testing it. He's done a great video on it. Chris Mink. Yeah. For instance, this tan and red, I can't use the poop as infill because it would bleed through the tan. So it depends on the colors. The red would bleed through. So sometimes you could probably do that. and use other film color change as infill. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times, and it's like it really didn't make a total difference to me.
And when they had that Arco at what was it, Murph or Earth, whatever it was, they had it. It had no filament. It was damaged, and it was running no filament.
That wasn't the Arco. That was the one with the magnets.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about with the magnets.
Yeah,
That is the Arco, ain't it?
That's Feel Poly. That's the Meg. I forgot what that thing's called now. Man, I can't wait to see the shrink, man, and say, hey, shrink, I can't remember shit.
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Old age.
I'll have to look in
Magnetron?
bamboo. I'll have to look in bamboo to see where I can turn off the purge tower. Because if it's purging poop, I shouldn't need I don't see why I need the purge tower.
Yeah.
Because it poops so much until it changes colors. Oh, the Magneto X. Magneto X, that is the one with the magnets.
Yeah.
Why it's called Magneto. Okay.
Yeah, Peel Poly. And then the other one is that resin printer maker, Frozen. And that's the
Frozen.
Arco. And that's the Arco. So we're talking about two different printers.
Yeah.
Sucks getting old, man. I can't remember crap, man.
Alzheimer.
I see Jim Brewer, the comedian, always with Turkey Stone, talking about this stuff that you can drink that will give you, take away your fogginess in your head. But then they're talking like it's equivalent to 4 cups of coffee, and I'm like, oh hell no! I did a 5-hour drink one time, and I about wanted to die. I'll never drink
And
that
people
stuff.
that didn't see this earlier in the stream, here's my current problem for the last couple of days on the bamboo that I've had for a year with AMS. I'm printing this Betty Boop. Once in a while, it says that the filament stuck. So I go to slot 1. I go to pull it out. Like it says, I can't pull it out. With all my might, I can't remove it.
Can you mute Llama, please?
He heard you.
Thank you, Llama.
I can't remove the filament, so I screw with it for like 5 minutes, hit and retry, hit confirm. Eventually, after about 5 minutes, it will let me pull out 5 foot of filament. Then I can stick it back in, then the job runs fine. But this has been a constant error for the last couple of days that I've been having with my MS. And I haven't had it for the last year. It's something new. Matt seems to think it's that device on the back of the bamboo where the filament runs into it that has a spring. He
Have you
thinks that might be
contacted bamboo?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, I think
I
contact
might.
Bamboo.
Like I said, my warranty runs out this month. It either already ran out or it is running out. So maybe tomorrow morning or after the other stream I'll be on later, I'll submit that to them and get the ball rolling, and maybe it's something that they may or may not cover. I'll just say, hey, this is Jerry from the Jerry Show, and maybe that'll help.
Yeah, usually if they know you're a YouTuber, they usually start talking to you immediately.
No, usually they don't personally, because I've tried to review a few things. I've tried to be an affiliate with them, and all my emails go unanswered.
Ah,
I don't know.
that's interesting.
But when I contact them regarding a problem, they'll get back with me in 3 or 4 days. Once the ball is rolling, they stay on top of it, and they say, you send us a video. Every time, no matter what you say or what you send them in pictures, they want to see a video of the problem happening. But on this, I can't send them a video of it happening because by the time it popped up, there's no way I can film it getting ready to happen because you don't know when it's going to have the error. So,
Too bad you can't just set it to
yeah.
send them the time lapse of where it happened so they can go. Interesting.
Well, that wouldn't even work. The time lapse would just be paused. So,
yeah.
And I can't turn off the printer and reset it because then my print fails. I lose my job.
Yeah, that's true. They are in China, so Chinese holiday might be affected to them.
Get my sander ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I used Lube and Paint program in this moment for the first time.
Okay. Never thought about that, Dan. And yeah, it only happened, Montana Maker, it only happens while I'm printing. Because it's changing colors, going back from one color to the other. And then it has that error, and then I can't pull the filament. And I mean, I pulled as hard as I could, hard enough that I thought I was going to break the filament. I'm holding down the AMS with the other hand. I can't move it. So I start screwing with the buttons and things, and I'm waiting. And after about 5 minutes, I can all of a sudden I can move the filament and I can retract it all the way out by hand, re-roll it, stick it back in, and then a job runs fine until it does it again.
Okay, is it just that one motor that's doing it?
It's just been slot 1. I haven't seen it happen in slot 2, but yeah.
Try reversing it slot 3 and see if it does it again. If it does not do it, if it does it on just slot 1, then you probably got a bad motor on slot 1, and they'll should be able to replace it.
Which I replaced a long time ago. Or it could even be the white PTFE is getting wore out, causing a drag, causing a problem. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that.
That might be a problem.
I need to reslice the model, move the filament to different slots, and see if it does it on any other slot. Then I can determine whether it's something with slot 1. Yeah, they're just. Oh, Matt, are those Polymaker colors you were just showing off?
Actually, it's a mixture of Polymaker colors. It's white Polymaker leftovers, some leftover Everyone. And the purple is Polymaker. So the white and purple is Polymaker. The black is G-Tech, and the yellow is Everyone. So, but it's not very good yet because there's too many flaws in it. I think it would be better to print larger. So this is only 100 by 100 mil. So yeah, but I think I have another method what works properly way better than that one what I'm using now.
I think we ought to give away a Ziltech filament. I usually show their website every week, but I don't always show Polymaker's website, so I'll skip showing the website. They're based out of Houston, Texas. If you want to build a custom printer, they sell tons and tons of extrusion, custom cut to any length that you need. They sell tons of filament, lots of different colors and types. They got tricolor, dual color, tricolor, regular filament. And basically, this will be for one roll of filament shipped anywhere in the U.S. only. And if you can win, you can do #USA, and you can win this anywhere in the world, but it can only go to a USA address. So whoever wins, it will go to a USA address only. If you've won in the last 2 months, don't win. You don't win. In other words, if you just won a couple weeks ago and you win again, tell me to redraw, because the rep gets pretty ticked when the same people constantly win. Because the only reason any company gives away any products is to try to generate more business so people buy other things from them and get the word out. But we're going to draw for one roll. So once you win in chat, you need to be present to win. I'll put my email in chat. Go to ziltech.com. Pick out a roll of filament and send me your mailing address in the USA with what type of filament you'd like. I'll contact my rep, and they will get it mailed out Monday to you. You should have it by next Thursday or Friday. So
Matt, don't even try.
Yeah. I mean, Matt can enter, but if he wins, he has to donate or have me redraw.
I'm just picking on Matt.
But anyway, here we go,
He
guys.
always wins.
Let's count down in 5, 4. No one's talking. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's see who's going to be. Who's it going to be? Richard McLean. Congrats, Richard McLean. He is a member on my YouTube channel. And Richard, are you in chat? Richard McLean, are you in chat? Congrats. Let's see if he says anything. He might still be here.
Richard, the next roll of filament will be Polymaker. This one you can enter, and this one is worldwide.
I don't think
Richard McLean. I'm not seeing his name. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
All right, Richard. I'll put my email in chat. Make note of it. Pick out a roll of filament from ziltech.com and send me a USA address for what type of filament you want. There we go. There's my email in chat. Oh, I forgot to take down the banner. Okay, let me get the next one going, and then I'll post it here in a minute. Congratulations.
And while you're doing that, question. A while back, I bought all my Makita tools. The only thing as far as sanding, because with all the wood stuff I'm thinking I'm gonna probably need a sander. The only thing I got close to it right now is the multi-tool attachment, like this, where you can put that on.
Okay, how was it?
We're sanding down what?
Well, probably the crosses and
palm. I use a
Huh?
Black & Decker palm sander. They work really good. They have this Velcro sticks on. They're round discs, probably 5-inch. They're not like $30. They're like $30. They sell them at Walmart, Amazon. Black & Decker palm sander works great for almost everything. No.
And a belt sander. Not saying I need a belt sander, but I think they're cool. That would be like for something really like cabinet making, right? I mean, where you got to sand that, make it something really smooth.
Yeah,
Are
I've got
you
a big.
sanding plastic or wood?
Could be anything. Could be if I do plastic,
Well,
because I plan on doing both. Wood and plexi, or
here's
acrylic.
the thing: you absolutely want a different sander for plastic than wood.
Yep.
You want a very short throw, 2 millimeter or less orbit, like an orbitable sander for plastic.
Llama, can you show him a couple of belt sanders?
5 millimeter. I got a shitload of belt sanders, but they're not. Can
you show him a couple on screen?
All I got is my old handheld.
That way I don't have to run the garage. I got a couple in the garage, but
this is the only one I got left out here. This is probably 30 years old.
So that's what you want for acrylic?
No.
Sander?
I use this for wood. I don't sand plastic. I would never sand acrylic with this. This would just
I wouldn't think so.
Acrylic.
It'll burn it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would you want to sand acrylic? What are we talking about? Edges?
Sharp edges.
I don't know that there would be any sharp edges once you laser it.
There's not going to be any sharp edges. Okay, then I'm going to worry
about it. Get one of these little hand mousey things and do it by hand with acrylic. Don't even use an electric one. Patrick,
are you still in chat? He's working, but he might still be here. He cuts a lot of acrylic on his CO2. I used to do a little bit on my K40, but I never had any sharp edges after I cut something.
Yeah, you can adjust the laser.
I got so many things I want to do, but I got to slow my roll.
If I cut acrylic like I did for an enclosure on my table saw, I'll have a sharp edge. But a laser is different.
What'd you do with your mirror?
What mirror?
The mirror you made of your logo.
Well, I still have it in another room on the shelf.
Okay. That was a cool
I engraved the back side of it, and I put a light in it, and I made a frame out of 2x3.
That was really nice.
This is a 5.0. That means it does a 5 millimeter spiral. This is great for wood. This is a 2.5. Again, it does a 2.5 millimeter circle. This is good for finish work on wood and some plastic. It's still kind of aggressive for a plastic. These are kind of cheap right now. These are about $100 a piece, a little more on Amazon.
Yeah.
A sanding sponge, if anything,
I love these things. If you're just gonna buzz the edge after cutting with a laser cutter, just get one of these little $2 freaking, they call them sanding mice, and you put the 5-inch.
Yeah,
that's all I
have
would
the
use.
sponges.
Yeah, Patrick, have you ever cut
the sponges suck.
Have you ever cut any acrylic on your big CO2 where you had to sand down an edge, where it had a rough edge? I don't think when you cut acrylic you would ever have a rough edge that might slice your finger, do you?
I wouldn't think so. Now I'm thinking about it, because like the panels on that rat rig, those were pretty clean.
These aren't spongy these are hard. They're not they're not
like those square things you pick up at Home Depot.
No. These are hard. They're called mice, sanding mice, and you just use a regular 5-inch or 6-inch. They have 6-inch now. I mean, they're still foamy. You could really, if you really press, you can fold it, but this would be perfect, I would think, for sanding acrylic. And then you just get
Okay. Thanks, Patrick.
180
Hey,
or 200.
hey
That would
Patrick,
be my
nice
guess.
video. Sorry, Llama. Patrick, nice video on the mouse. I enjoyed that. Actually, back in the 90s, I did tech support for Logitech for a short time. Big
Yep.
deal. True.
Just buy things as you need them, Kenny. Don't buy things in advance. I know that sometimes money burns a hole in your pocket, but just buy things as you need them. Just like when you're painting, you don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch of paints. Maybe buy one small set of small like army painter paints, and then buy them as you need them.
Yeah.
You might have a project that needs this color, that color, and then over time you build up your paint collection. Just buying the individual ones that you need rather than buying a whole bunch of stuff.
And I do, because I used to do model cars when I was real young. So, like the tester paints and all that back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know if you don't have a color, nix. Because like on some of these skin tones and some of these other things that I painted, like even my he's over there now, my Han Solo. Sometimes I'll mix colors to try to get the color, and I know we've already discussed that. But you got to be careful because if you mess up and you need to touch it up later, you're not going to have that same exact color.
Then I go to the dollar store and I buy little empty bottles and I pre-mix a whole bunch. That way, if you have to touch up, and usually you do, you don't have to try to figure out how to recreate the color. But it might take quite a while to recreate if you randomly made it in front of you on a little tray, and then you don't have no more, but you got to make more. It's hard to match it. So make enough, put it in a little airtight bottle if possible, and they last quite a while before they dry out.
Yeah, I got a nice little kit going so far. I got 2 lipstick trays. I mean, not lipstick, nail polish trays. I got 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah, I got those that are out of acrylic. I got a couple off Amazon.
Yeah,
you
you turn me on to those. Those are working out great.
Yeah, nail polish supplies are really good in the 3D printing world.
Yeah,
painting
and
supplies.
that laser drawer thing I had when I was over there, I got rid of it because the drawers they were too stiff. So I said, to hell with it. I'm going to buy a drawer set. Yeah, I threw that out when I moved. And the air cleared up. It's not as bad anymore. Here's another question. Because when I was getting my paint for the garage the other day.
You said the air cleared up and it's not as bad as it was. What, you have beans last night or chili dogs?
No. I'm talking about, because I'm burning that cross, remember?
Okay.
It was getting a little smoky in here. It's not as bad anymore. It's cleared up. Anyways, thinner. The thinner you can get it like in Home Depot or Lowe's. I mean, thinner is pretty much thinner when it comes to model paints versus like enamel paints, right? Or is that different? I mean, is thinner, or is there 2 different types of thinner?
Paint thinner, there might be different grades of it, but I don't think so. Llama, you want to weigh in on paint thinner? He's muted.
No, not really, because there are different kind of paint thinners, but they're all based on what the actual paint is. Whether it's a turpentine base or mineral spirit base, or if you're using a finish or a paint or oil base.
Yeah,
they're all slightly different.
Yeah, I am rusty. Like when it comes to house painting, I'm rusty because in the 80s I worked for a painter in Southern California. I worked for a painter. That was a long time ago.
What are you painting? Interior?
No. The reason why I had that question, because originally I had the mindset, because again, I haven't painted a house or a building since the 80s.
It's water-based. You don't need thinner. Water-based.
Again, interior or exterior?
Well, interior, garage, inside the garage.
Then just get freaking latex and use water.
Yeah, water-based paint.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a wonderful person dropping in right now. Llama, Hold on.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Rich, the LA hobby guy. Rich, what's up?
Rich?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Real good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you.
Okay, good. Good. I've been having a little trouble with my my switcher here. Picking the right microphone. How y'all doing today?
Real good. How you been?
Doing pretty good. Getting some work done here in the shop. Feeling much better.
Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. I really appreciate that.
Oh, sure. I thought I already was.
Very awesome. Yeah, I've got 4 people that joined today, and Chris Mink joined yesterday. Thank you, everyone.
Jerry, pull up my picture for Rich.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. That's right here.
Who's that talking?
Me, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Look what I got delivered yesterday.
Yeah, you fell into the dark hole, I see.
130 watts.
130 watt CO2.
Nice. Have fun with it.
Thank you.
The only issue that I had setting it up at first was the networking. Putting it on my router, and I did have some issues with that with the Ruida. I'm not really good at that, but I did figure out that you had to plug directly into the computer with it in order to get the networking to work for some reason. I never did find a resolve to that. So, the Ethernet cable's got to go straight from the laser to the computer, which is a pain in the butt.
Are you kidding?
Linus Tech Tips did a great video yesterday. I don't remember if it was yesterday, but it popped up in my search. It was recent, where he took, 20 or 30 different USB hubs powered, plugged them all into one PC with an AMD chip, and they were all working. And because I've read a lot of things, if you have a USB strip that's powered, you have more than like 7 or 8, you're going to have problems. And he plugged in like 200 or 300. Really cool video. Everybody should go watch, because all of us tend to have a million USBs, and he put out a great video on the subject.
I am not sure that so many people talk about, oh, it didn't work before, and once I got a powered one, it's working now. I've never, ever had a powered. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 non-powered that work just fine. I mean, it doesn't take that much power to send data over USB. So,
and then Patrick has that weird glitch, and I don't know why that's happening when he runs Lightburn. His camera flickers.
Yeah, I don't know on the ATEM. I know it's not the ATEM because first off, I don't have it. Lots of other people don't have it, and it's got to be something in his computer. It just has to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary with Zachary's 3D Prints. Hello, Zach. How are you doing today?
Hello,
Hey,
everybody. How are
Hey,
you
Zach.
all doing? Lovely makers, lovely DIYers, and other cool people.
We currently got
am
37
freezing.
people watching, 25 on YouTube and 12 on Twitch.
Cool.
And only 16 likes.
Yep,
Smash
please
that like
like it.
button.
Free to do so. I'd really appreciate it. Give it a slap the thumbs up down below on YouTube. It helps out the algorithm, which will help out the channel. And at 5:30 Pacific today, I'll be on live with Rich, Patrick, Jeremy, and gonna have a nice live stream. It's like 8:30 Eastern time with Laser Makers Realm. It'll be simulcast on all their channels. So it'll give me a couple hours. I'm going to stream today for 3 hours, and it'll give me 2.5 hours to get ready for the next stream. Got to figure out what I'm going to work on, and whether I'm going to be set up where I'm sitting or I'm going to be in another room. So
We're
I'm
going
set up-
to do another stream after that one as well.
Yeah, I'll be a guest on another stream on the Laser
So
Makers
3
Realm.
streams. Are you going to do this? Are you going to do 3 streams then?
I
Terry, I
might.
emailed you some files of the project that I'm doing tonight, and
Yes.
I already told Patrick if we can all 3 do that same project and just change the graphics live.
Okay. I haven't looked at it, but I downloaded it, and you were asking about the size of a doorknob, so I replied to you with the size. I think I put in 2 1/4 inches is what I'm measuring to be my knob. So if you got something going over, anything 2 1/4 or larger will go over 2 of my knobs.
That's what I thought. And I did some research online. Actually, I asked ChatGPT about it, and it said that the size of the doorknobs vary based on the year that they were manufactured. So could be like in 1974, they were 2.5 inches. Yeah,
I
and then
have had them bigger years ago on some. That's Rich, not Rich, Kenny. There's a sign up there on the shelf. That mirrored sign.
Yeah.
It's next to the Eiffel Tower, and that's my current backdrop. So I'm either going to take a monitor and a wireless keyboard from where I'm sitting, go around the corner and sit on a bar stool from live stream later, or I'll be sitting here and I'll just share a camera if I got something good burning. I'll have to figure that out.
Cool. I'm getting my row mark ready, so I need to set up this laser.
My wife just showed a paper plate. Do you want lunch? And she wrote on the paper plate, do you want lunch?
Yes. Always.
Yes, of course. Feed
That's
me.
a dumb question.
You know where I live, work.
Oh, let's see.
That banner's cutting off your face. Let's move you with Kenny and see if that'll change. Yeah, that'll work. Kenny's up higher. Now we can see your face. When I had you down below, your face was cut off. Looked like he's wearing a mask.
I need to sit a little bit higher, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on filament storage.
Nice.
Basically, for the beams that I have, will be sitting right in here, and then I can put the spools of filament in there. So, quick print on the K1, 3 hours. So,
how are you liking the K1? Have you had any issues? Is it a pre-release? Is it a newer version?
No. That is still the first K1.
Good.
It's
Chris Mink chat just bought 2 that are being delivered. So anything you want to tell Chris about it?
Sorry?
Chris Mink just ordered 2 K1s recent. They're getting delivered in a few days. Anything you want to tell him about it?
Yeah. Make sure that the build plate is clean and put some adhesive on it, like glue stick, hairspray, tree lock, or something, because the plate is looking nice, but sometimes the prints doesn't stick on it that well. I first thought it was me being the issue, but I'll also talk with James from CNET. I talked with him about the K1 that was at Earth. And he said, no, it's not you, because I have the same issue. And I also saw it, other people having the same kind of thing, that prints don't stick that well on the build plate. So little piece of advice. It's a great printer. It is a noisy one, noisier than the X Plus 3 from QD-Tech. It's like a plane lifting off several times. It goes in, in pulses, like fume, fume, fume. So it doesn't keep steady flow. And at this moment, I'm also working on Cura Slicer, the Creality K1. Yesterday, I made a KA. I made a video about it, how to add this printer to Cura Slicer. I'm going to do the same thing with the K1. Because, we don't want to be bind to just one single slicer, right?
Yeah, Rich, in my recent video that you commented on, I finally took the fan out of my MK2. And if you noticed in the video, I kept saying Rolly and Raleigh. I kept mixing up the words. I need to put a picture of a Rolly pulley on the screen, because I keep saying Raleigh instead of Rolly.
Just say LaserMatic.
Yeah, I finally took the screen out. I took the fan out, but I left the screen in. Just changed the bolt side.
Yeah, that's what I did on my 20 watt next door. I still haven't done it on this one, because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not. I might be giving this one away to someone else. So,
when I removed the fan, the metal channel I tried to pull off the back that's glued on, but I found out when you unplug it, you can just run the cord down through and just leave it there. You don't have to try to remove that piece of metal.
Yeah, that's what I did on the other one.
This thing's heavy, Rich. And and since that's a big laser, I'm putting in a 8-inch, because that's what the admins on OhmTech call for that laser is an
Wait,
8-inch
I can't
bend.
hear. I'm sorry to ask you to start over, but I can't hear what you're saying. Sorry. Go ahead. I raised my volume.
All
Sorry,
right.
Kenny.
All right. On the Facebook group for OhmTech, the admins suggest for that size of a laser for CO2 to put an 8-inch bend in. So I have the Infinity like Jerry does. He's got a 6. I got an 8. So I said, well, with the 8, I'm going to need an 8-inch hole. So yeah, look at this. Like you guys keep talking about, you and Patrick talk about knives. That's not a knife. Well, that's not a hole saw. This is a hole saw.
That's a whole saw.
That's a hole saw. Okay.
Yeah. So also keep in mind that if you're using an 8-inch and you only have a 6-inch opening, or if you're using a 6-inch with a 4-inch opening, then you're effectively reducing the amount of the CFM. So you're not going to get what the manufacturer. Yeah, there you go. That'll work perfectly. Yep. Yeah, you want to keep all your hoses the same size as your fan in order to get the right amount of CFMs.
Yeah.
I know, Jerry, you had to reduce yours, but when
That's
you
because
reduce
I
it,
already had the hole in the wall of 4-inch. My wastegate's
Yeah,
already 4-inch, so I just left it that way.
I know I'm in the same situation here because I already had the hole through the wall here. So, my fan is 6 inches and my hole is 4. I really didn't feel like going and redoing that again.
Yeah.
But Kenny's got the right idea, though.
Kenny, another way you could have done that, but the hole saw will make it cleaner. But since you have stucco, you could have drilled it and used a sawzall. You could have drilled a circle with a magic marker, put a couple holes with a drill on it, and use a sawzall and cut through the stucco and the chicken wire. That would have been another option. But that'll be cleaner. And then just
I'm not happy with those. I'm not happy with those hole saws with this metal building. With the metal building, I did use a hole saw, but then I had to go back and clean it up with a snipper, with a left-hand snipper.
Yeah.
I should have just used that to begin with, drill a hole.
Then put a lot of silicone or caulking on it, stick it in the wall, caulk the inside of it, and you're good to go.
Yep. I have the caulking for it. And then my buddies come over in the morning, and we're gonna run the breaker for it.
And so the question is, what speed do I cut row mark?
Oh yeah, Kenny. Here's a totally stupid question, but there are people out there may not know this. That vent has a duct that aims down. Don't do what some people might do and say, well, the air will escape better if I turn it over and it's up in the air. Obviously, it has to be down. That's like a great big shield.
Now, you know that Jerry did that, right, Kenny?
No. I'm not that dumb. Or naive. I don't want to say dumb because somebody might do it naive. I'm not that naive.
Yeah, and it does have a downer and a screen.
Okay. Yeah, one of my other ones that I had that just had a little plastic vent. So I got an old fish tank. I got a great big net. I put over the pipe, taped it on, and hooked the hose on. That way, little bugs and gnats couldn't get in. The one I have now is a metal door with a magnet. So when it's shut, it has a seal. Nothing can get in past it. I mean, anything that might get in past that can go underneath your door, the crack of your door. Everybody has a little gap here and there on their doors, whether it's in the corner or underneath the bottom, things can get in. So, but it seals tightly, that metal one.
Cool.
Change cameras here. See what Rich got going on.
Yeah, I can't look at it. I'm trying to look at it on this camera.
What are you cutting? Aluminum?
Plastic.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it.
What color?
Gold.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see if it's cutting through. Yeah, it's cutting through.
That's still a 30.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. That's 700 millimeters a minute. That cut.
Oh, nice.
It's Romark plastic. In fact,
very nice.
Oh, Romark.
And it looks like Romark. Yeah. It looks like aluminum. I'm leaving the plastic on this part here because I'm not using it. But see the backside? So the aluminum engraves off at pretty high speed and comes out really nice like this.
Wow.
But
What color is
this-
the cross section? Is it clear inside, or what color is it on the inside? The cross section. If you look at the end where you cut it, the cross section, what color is it in the middle?
is
Is it
black.
black all the way through? Okay.
Now this is scratch acrylic that I just did earlier, and I'm not really liking the way that came out as compared to the Romark. In fact, I have one on the door right here.
Yeah, I don't have any real mark. Oh, nice.
This is why I was asking the doorknob size.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have different styles that I created, and this one will fit any door, but the round ones, I'm guessing don't.
You just need to know the neck size, not the knob size. That way it'll hook over the neck.
That one will hook over the neck, but the ones that have the round hole in them, they have to actually fit over the knob itself. You'll see when you open that
I
file.
know
that
what
I'm
you're talking
taking.
about. Yeah, I know. They're not. Yeah, I understand. It's just a big hole.
Yeah, I also made them like the hotel, with just a round circle in the middle. So it doesn't have the little hook part over here that you can bend or whatever.
All right. Yes, Patrick has a video and everything. He puts out a video almost every day.
Yeah,
I don't see how he can work a full-time job and put out all the content that he does and have a life.
He's young, Jerry.
and raised 2 kids. Yeah. Yeah. I almost want to get me a mouse now and do that.
Get a mouse.
Well, you did that mouse video. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Bamboo had those out for a minute.
Yeah, I know. But now I've seen one put together, it's like I almost want to get one for the wife. I mean, I got. Of course, I have a gaming mouse. A nice one. But she didn't. She uses the simple ones.
I'm using a trackball. I went back to a trackball like 8 months ago, and I constantly have to pop out the ball and clean off the 3 contacts. But it's kind of sticky, and I can't figure out. I've wiped it off with a Clorox wipe. It seems to. It's. I don't know. It doesn't move as fast as I'd like it to move.
It's for the oil on your skin.
Yeah, they actually function by using the oil on your skin, but don't clean it with Clorox or anything. Believe it or not, because that's all I use is trackballs now. You use window cleaner.
Okay, I'll try that.
It's the only thing that actually strips the oil.
Sometimes it's sticky on me.
And
maybe
wax it after you're done cleaning it.
Yeah, wax the balls. Yeah.
I never thought about that, but if you did, I wouldn't wax the ball. I would wax the contact where it.
No, not the ball. The inside part.
Yeah, the little runners. There's usually little plastic like nubs that it's running on. What brand did you get?
Logitech.
Oh.
I used one of those for years. I can't use them anymore though.
I can't go without my freaking trackball anymore.
I've got the same one.
Yeah, I never had patience for one of those.
They're so much more accurate and so much faster.
Pad that they sent me about a year ago. It's all wore out. I tried to wash it, scrub it in my sink with some soap, and it's still all nasty. You need to get another pad to lay it on.
To me, one of those ball mouse would be like playing Missile Command. That old video game.
Once you learn how to use a trackball, oh shit, you dumbass. Once you learn how to use a trackball, they're actually more accurate, like a lot more accurate.
My wife had trouble with it, and I said, lay your right hand on it completely and just use your thumb. It's simple, and your left finger. Your index finger.
Use my index finger.
But people are still using their full hand to move the mouse.
Yeah. With a trackball, you need your index finger.
Hey, Dale, how you doing today? Welcome in.
What am I doing here? Got myself all confused. This is taking way longer than it was supposed to.
Are you Dave?
Hey, Rich, I didn't hear it in your last live stream, but has Steve got so busy with all his videos that he's not doing the multi-stream with you guys anymore?
Well, I don't know because he never talked to us about it at all. He just posted a video on his channel saying that he's too busy and he's not making enough money. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I do things for fun, and if I make money in the meantime, that's awesome. If
Exactly.
I don't. Yeah.
Exactly. I do things in order to share with other people and help them learn.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not
Same with
about the
me.
money. But
Same with me.
Same with me.
I would actually have to make some money to make it worth talking about making money.
Unlike
Yeah.
Jesse James, pay me.
Oh, come on. Did I do that again?
Llama's been
Okay.
doing some
You
amazing
remember
cutting
Jesse
boards.
James, the bike builder? He always had pay me on his hand.
Yeah, Tom's been doing some amazing cutting boards, some great
On his
designs,
always
they're
say, pay
reasonably
me.
priced, and I hope he sells lots of them. It's just you have to try to figure out where's the right place to list them where people will see them, wherever that is.
Yeah.
And now I'm in for the fun of it too. I probably won't make a dime. Something to do, man. I enjoy it.
Yeah, if it's not fun, then don't do it. Just like having a job, have something you do, something you enjoy.
That's beautiful. What is that, Matt?
That's the lithophane.
Wow.
That's how it looks.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I
Put
need
the
to
light
do one
on
of
it.
those.
Well, hit me up if you need any help or need to make one.
Do you do that all on the printer or are you using a laser?
No, I'm using a printer.
Just a printer, right?
Yeah, just a 3D printer.
They print up and down.
You have all the good stuff too because you have the laser. You can do yourself the frame too.
Yeah.
So it's basically a wooden box. And in the back.
Every time you show one of those, I keep saying to myself, I need to learn how to do that.
Oh my God, I'm just losing it here.
I totally agree with you on that. I mean, I see also a lot of nice shoe forts and other stuff, and I'm thinking like, oh, that is cool. I want to do that too, and then eventually it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So busy, so caught up with other things.
I thought
I can't even clean my shop. I'm so
okay.
So busy.
You have a bamboo, right? Which bamboo you have? Carbon or P1P?
Me?
Yeah.
I have the bamboo carbon.
X1 carbon, yeah.
If you want,
X1,
send me a couple pictures over, and I'll make you a file what you can print on your ready to go. You just have to throw it on your printer.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'll do that.
He'll slice it. He'll make the file for the P1P, and when you load it in Bamboo Studio, just pick the X1 carbon. You'll have to pick your printer, and then it'll run.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
all right.
Send me over Facebook. It's the best way to get in touch with me. Facebook.
Okay.
White filament, that way the light will shine through it.
Let me go look and see if I can find you real quick.
Nikita, quit bothering me. You want too many crackers. There's food for tummies in the kitchen. In your doggy bowl, there's food for tummies. It's like little bitty bones broken up in pieces. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Hey, Joe Glasgow, how you doing today? Patrick wanted like to do his logo in a lithophane, Matt.
Yeah, you can do a logo in lithophane. That should be not a problem. This is the logo what I showed.
Do you work at
a fire
Bobcat plant?
Hey, Matt, maybe you can tell people now here in the chat how you do that? Or is it top secret?
What? How to make a logo?
No, just a regular lithophane.
Let me get some about.
Well, one of the best sites is go over to litho.com. I use Luban personally, but litho.com is one of the free ones. And just put in your picture in the first one. Leaves the color orientation fine the way it is. Minimum 1 mil, maximum 4 mil. Resolution 1 mil. Rest is up to you if you want to create a border or not, or if you want to Well, if you print vertically, you have to have some kind of border on there or some kind of support. If you make the lithophane too thin, the 1 mil thick minimum to 4 mil max, most likely it will topple over without a border or supports, unless you print it flat.
And basically, most of the lithophanes are just 1 or 2 wall sticks maximum.
Yeah, and 100% infill.
Yeah.
I use 4 walls, 4, 4, 4, top 4, middle 4, and bottom 4, and rest 100% infill I use on the bamboo. And the bamboo is just amazing. It just pops it out 3 times faster than the regular printer. On my G-Tech, what taken me 3 days takes me like 18 hours on the bamboo.
Yeah.
So
I sent you a friend request.
all right, let me check.
I think we should give away a roll of filament. Let me share my screen.
No, give it to me.
Give it to me.
Just give it to me.
Away,
Yeah.
give it away. Give it away.
Hashtag
Give it away.
Polymaker. We have a lot of people repeat winners all the time.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that as well, Jerry.
Sorry, Saban, the window's kind of small unless you're watching on a TV. But we got 28 people entered. Anywhere that Polymaker ships in the world, you can get 1 roll of filament, and that will be shipped out. So basically, we'll draw a winner here in a minute. I'll give you my email in chat. Simply email me before the stream is over. I'll have your name. I only need your email because later after my stream, sometime tonight, and I'm on another stream later, I will send you a link that you fill out with Polymaker, and they have been answering really fast. So you should have it within the next, within a week probably. They've been answering really fast. You get your film, you fill out the form with them. So anyway, here we go, guys. Let's count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
God's be
11,
with you.
12.
You need a drum roll, Jerry.
Son of a buzzard.
Zachary 3D Prints.
And he
Oh my gosh.
Is
Is he in
Zach in
chat?
chat? Yes, he is. He's on screen.
No, I can't see him. He's not
Congratulations,
here.
The dude
Hey,
is
bro.
not rolling. But I am going to say something which might surprise, or maybe not.
Oops.
Jerry, roll again.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I win something, but I say like, okay,
Let me-
hey, roll
All right.
roll it again.
The drums.
Right. Let me reshare the screen. Thank God I didn't delete it or close it.
Oh, you thought
Thank you,
that I
Zach.
was going to say, I'm going to take it, you know?
All right. Well, here we go. In 5, 4,
Or
3,
3,
And
2,
1, 7,
0.
4.
6.
50, 73, 101.
Hike!
Guy the Jedi.
Guide the Jedi.
Guy the Jedi, are you in chat? Congratulations. You want to roll Polymaker. Compliments of Zachary.
Yay.
Guy the
Speaking
Jedi,
of
are you still here?
speaking of
Say
hike,
something
how about
in
the
chat,
49ers?
Sorry?
Yeah, that game, man. They had it. They had the game. And, oh, man, I wish they would have won. But they didn't, so well.
Oh, Jerry, I'm Guy the Jedi. Send that to me.
Yeah. Guy the Jedi, you in chat. Say something. I'll have to redraw. There he is. There he is.
He's there. I see him.
All right. Awesome. Here, Guy. Let me give you my email. Just email me, and I will send you the form later. Let's see. I
He said hi.
can't talk and type at the same time.
You're welcome, Guide the Jedi.
There you go. There's my email in chat. Congrats. Let me write that down so I don't forget.
You might have to refresh your browser if you keep having trouble in answering.
Who won the Ziltech?
Not me. Oh, Jerry, I won it.
Yeah, I wanted to.
No, I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember who won the Ziltech.
I think it was Richard something. Richard McLean?
McLean? might have been
Yeah,
Rich.
that was it.
Rich, the Louisiana hobby guy.
No.
My screen is mashed up here. I keep seeing on the live stream on YouTube that I kept winning.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back up to check. I think it was Richard McLean. Or I'll have to check my email and see if he emailed me. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Giveaway's already over. We already gave away a roll of filament from Ziltech and one from Polymaker. So next week we'll be doing a roll from Polymaker next Saturday.
I want to say, just be here next week.
Yep, and just all you have to do is just use the code that we print at the bottom of the screen that scrolls across. And that's all you need to do.
Hashtag USA for USA only, or hashtag Polymaker for the Polymaker.
Okay, Guy the Jedi, I see your email. Looking for Richards.
Yeah, Richard just said he emailed you.
Okay.
Jerry, you're covering my
Email you in a
banner.
bit, he said. He's also one of your channel members.
Thank you. I just figured out how to use these banners, and I put one up, and it was covered.
Yes,
For the longest time, I was paying $25 a month for StreamYard for 720p, have up to 10 people on screen. But then around Christmas time, they ran a special where instead of paying $25 a month, I got it for $10 a month. But their logo pops up, which I don't care if it says StreamYard up there or not, but I save $15 a month. And of course, if you want to pay $50 a month, you can do 1080p, but 720 is fine.
I got a new streaming device, the YOLO Live Ultra,
Mhm.
and I don't need StreamYard or even I don't even need to be on Wi-Fi or plugged into the router. It works on my SIM card, so I could go
Okay.
outside with it and travel around and stream from anywhere.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, Richard, I don't see an email from you.
And good quality connection.
I'm on it right now.
Oh, I didn't notice, so that must be great then.
What's it called again?
YOLOLIV. You know, the Chinese don't know how to spell. It's supposed to be.
Oh, that we know.
It's supposed to be YOLO Live, but there's no E on the end. They don't use E's in China.
Oh, I didn't know. Also, no
Yeah.
R's.
Actually, the internet doesn't use these, it seems, these days.
It's like the We Create laser. It's We Create. There's no E on the end.
Too many digits. Why bother? Just go for easier.
Show
What
you
I
a
like
picture.
about this too is that I can add other video sources. Like on my A10 Mini Pro, I'd have to use the software to like change pictures and stuff like that. This one, you can just keep adding them to the screen. You can put videos up and you can put pictures up and just switch between them by tapping the screen. It's a touch screen.
Uploading.
You go. That's some of the crosses I did, Louisiana.
What was that? I'm sorry.
That's some of the
Oh,
crosses
nice.
I did.
That's nice.
All this started when you did the cross on your channel, Rich. Came back from the-
I know, but people keep asking me to do crosses for them with sayings, so I keep printing them and giving them files out. So,
Yeah, crosses are very popular. I gotta tell you.
I know. I got on this one here. I got something like 10,000 views and 2,000
Oh,
downloads or 3,000.
That's the best one I've ever seen. Wow, is that nice?
Matt, why don't you post these on your printable page? Have people download them there. That way you both get credit for it rather than just PMing them. Post them where they can download them, and then you'll get credit like printables.
Yeah, earn you something as well.
And then you can get
Oh,
filming
I
out
like
of the
that
deal
one.
and everything that people download.
Yeah,
Actually, that's not
nice.
that's actually I have made this one in gold
Uh-huh.
and made this all in gold too. But this one is my first one. But the second one what I made, it's a flat one like Z. You see, this is
Yeah.
flat. So
Yep.
and compared to this one is.
That's really nice.
So,
I like that.
Mhm.
I happen to. I just love that saying.
yeah, I'll send you the file over if you want. I just made it actually today. The red one. This one here this morning.
You got some guy looking over your shoulder, Matt.
Somebody's blocked up in the top right corner. Who is that? Kenny up there? Nope, it's not Kenny.
No,
Look, I give him a nose drop.
no.
Ah.
He's trying to figure it out now. Golly. What do you got on your wall behind you? Come on, man.
Well, it's Sam Prentice and Polymaker. What do you
Yeah,
have
that's what
against
I'm saying. You got
Polymaker?
Somebody
I
looking
know you
over
have
your
something
shoulder.
against Sam. Okay, he can defend himself, but
Had you
Polymaker
going
can't
for a
defend
minute.
himself.
That's funny.
Richard, is it okay to show some of the coasters what I made for you off?
Do what?
Richard,
No, the other Richard in the chat,
Oh.
UK Richard. There's another Richard in the chat.
Richard, I just sent you an email back. I forgot you got the Ziltech. Just go to ziltech.com, like I said in the email, pick out a type and a color, and send me back your mailing information of what kind of filament you want. But anytime today is fine. It doesn't have to be right now.
I got a miniature one too. The first one.
Ugly Moo, what's going on, buddy? How you been? There's a little San
That's
Francisco.
cool.
I have a couple of those I printed out.
Yeah, put little stickers in the back of them. So
Since Sam is really big on pancakes, as you guys know, when he comes to America, I sent him a link, right? Tagged him in a post on Facebook where it showed all these different bedspreads and covers look like pancakes and had bananas on top of them and everything else. They're all bedspread covers. Look pretty cool, so I tagged him in it.
Mhm.
He cursed you for making him hungry?
And here is a one. Matt designed this for my wife, and I printed it out. She's a big Alabama fan. Roll Tide, roll.
Nice.
And that's sitting on the bamboo build plate. I got that from AliExpress. My current build plate from bamboo wore out, and they're like $38. So I didn't want to spend the money. I went to AliExpress, got this for like $13. Yeah, then Matt printed out one there also.
What do you think of the backing of those prints?
Oh, the texture, yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, it comes out really nice in the print.
Yeah. I got that one. I got the other one. I also got this one just came in. So this is believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this has the lines in it, so
Oh yeah.
Oh,
on the other side, I haven't installed this yet, so bear with me here, guys.
when I first got mine and I took off the coating, underneath my LED lights, it looked like lightning bolts shooting across it. It screwed with my eyes. And when I looked around the room for 5 minutes, I was seeing that in front of my eyes. It like messed up my eyesight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Almost
Yeah,
looks
so
like a
these
carpet.
go directly back on the print. Now, they're made with a coating called NZ1, I believe is the name of the coating that's on these plates. And what they do is they go directly onto the actual print that you're printing, so you get that effect on the back end of it. If you do something like, say, like you're doing like a double-sided print, but you want like one print to have like that weird, cool texture, like a pattern that you get with, say, with the one that they were showing off, that's called POE. That bed, it actually gives you like a nice little checker-like pattern on it. There's
We have
also
another
one that's
person
called.
dropping in.
Hmm?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sebastian dropping in with a Corality laser. Nice.
Hi. Yeah, that's
Hey,
the new unreleased Reality Laser 5.2 Pro, which will be released on Tuesday. It's the fully enclosed one.
Woo!
Opens like a bread box.
and it also has the drawer here, and I also have the smoke purifier over here.
Oh, nice.
Everybody
Nice.
trying
Yeah.
to copy the LaserMatic.
Yeah.
It keeps the smoke inside the device, and yeah, that's
cool.
the new thing. I mean, the middle part is the same as the previous one.
Is that a 10 watt, 20 watt? What do you got?
Just the 40 watts.
Oh, wow.
To Pro. They have the 22 watt version too, but this is the 40 watt module. It's a bit
Have to
bigger.
crank all your settings way down. You're going to burn everything up for 40 watt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It has-
I can tell
it
already.
has-
I'm not liking that
Yeah.
one.
It has two modes. It has the 22 watt mode, which is precise, and the normal mode, which is 40 watts. So you can
Uh-huh.
turn off half of the diodes then. The focus
Right.
spot is a bit smaller, and it's more precise than
Cool.
for engraving.
How long have you had it? A couple days?
No, I have it since November. I got the one from FormNext. This is the exhibition piece from FormNext.
Oh, okay.
But it will be released this Tuesday.
Yeah, I thought already that I saw something like
Very
that
nice.
on Form Next. That's cool to see
Yeah.
that one being
Yeah,
there.
I was standing next to it. If you were there,
Oh,
maybe you saw me then.
oh yeah, it could. Maybe we also interact with each other. When were you there?
On all 4 days, but
All 4
on
days.
the last day I wasn't there all the time. So
No, I was only there on Wednesday and Thursday. But cool, nice.
yeah. But if I turn on the smoke purifier, it gets really loud.
Zach, did we ever meet? You look familiar.
I don't know. I never saw you before.
It's really noisy.
What's bad
Yeah.
about those purifiers is you got to replace filters, and they're usually pretty spendy unless you can find something alternatively that would work just as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite common type of filter. I saw that it's available on AliExpress and so on. They have the identical ones which are not Creality branded, and if you search for 240 watt or the 350 watt smoke extractor or smoke filter on AliExpress, you will find the compatible filters for this one.
No, it's made out of acrylic.
Yeah.
All covers are made out of acrylic.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this
Thank
is.
you,
They
Matthew.
didn't tell me what this material is, but it doesn't let the blue laser through. That's the important thing here.
Very cool.
I do like
I came on an idea what I hope Printables is doing hopefully soon. I think Printables should do for makers like us that we can have upload an STL file and then be able to share it privately between you and me, and then of course can take it public if we wanted to. But this way it would help share files.
You
Or
can
you
do that
can
on printables.
Give somebody
You
your
know.
Google Drive link if you want to
Yeah.
share it privately. Just give the
Yeah, I
Google,
know,
Google
I know,
Drive
but
link.
You can put it on
would be kinda
printables
nice.
and share it privately.
Huh?
If you don't actually list it, if you upload it on printables and don't go live, you'll still
Yeah.
get a link to it that you can send to people. And
yeah,
it
I
won't be
tried
public.
that.
It'll only be
It just said error 404 still in the making or something like that.
so they used to allow it.
Maybe it just takes a little while.
Maybe.
Nah, it's usually pretty instant on there. All
Sebastian, do you have any things that you've
the
made you
servers
like
have
to
been
show?
screwy.
I do not have the things here in the room. I mean, I have a Thumbler here. That's the one that it's also from FormNext. I didn't make this one, but someone engraved some Halloween stuff on there. But this was from FormNext, so it was in November. So
Are you
This is
using
the-
Lightburn or their slicer?
they actually have their own Lightburn alternative now. I can show it to you. It's not released yet. Can you see it here? It's this one. It's Creality Laser. It's pretty much the same layout as Lightburn, but it will be free, so you can use it with their laser engravers and don't have to buy the Lightburn license. It has most features. It has the camera. I didn't connect it now, but you could make the camera alignment and all that stuff.
Tip your camera up. I'm looking at your keyboard mostly. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Lightburn.
Yeah, it's the exact same layout here as Lightburn, but yeah, they will supply it for free with the Creality lasers in the future.
Lightburn is the best on the planet, and no matter how many people copy it, it'll never be like Lightburn. But that's good. You have something that works good with it. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
you're right
and
about
get,
that, Jerry.
get you started, huh?
Yeah.
But it works with Lightburn as well, of course. It's just the 40-watt Laser Falcon 2 in the middle here, and the frame of the cover and the drawer is just bolted on top and bottom. So it's the old Laser Falcon 2 Pro, and you can use the old profile and use it with Lightburn as well.
Cool.
I'm also happy that Creality finally made a safer laser engraver, or laser cutter, instead of those open machines.
Yeah, Raleigh.
Yep.
LaserMatic came out, I think, the first from everybody, and they had that type of design. Then other companies started making similar, but that's kind of how China works. They copy each other, and anybody has an idea. Next week, China has a release on it. Everybody copies everybody.
But the difference is when the LaserMatic came out, it was 2 years in the making, and everybody tried to copy it very quickly, and not a single one of them has even come close yet. So I know a lot of people think that the S1 from X-Tool, is better, but it doesn't even compare to the LaserMatic. I have one here.
Mm-hmm.
I have the S1. I have the L8. I have a bunch of the different ones. Creality hasn't sent me one, which I'm kind of surprised about. But that one, actually, in my opinion, I'm going to mimic what somebody just messaged me and say that one looks like crap. I mean, everything is, squeaky. There's no precision to it as far as focusing the laser. That's the most important thing, is focusing the laser. And that Creality, they still have those stupid little knobs on the side, which doesn't make sense to me why they wouldn't put the knob on top so that you can get an exact position.
Yeah, makes sense.
You have to
Again,
manually focus it with this
rush to
tiny
market.
plate here.
What do you think about the waste tray, though? I kind of like the waste tray.
What?
I mean, yeah, it makes a little bit of noise. What did you just pulled out? The waste tray.
Oh, the waste tray?
Yeah.
It's loud, but
Yeah, it's all loud.
I just lift my bed out, and I vacuum it out. Get the hose from my vacuum.
yeah, I
cleaner
mean that's what I do
vacuum
too.
it
But
out. Yeah.
It has these bars here instead of
I also don't like the
honeycomb bed,
knife.
but you can remove them and just put a honeycomb bed up to 50 by 50
Yeah, the knife
centimeters
blade.
into the.
Most CO2s use knife blades.
Yeah. I don't particularly like the knife blades because you have too many parts that fall through and then jam up the laser.
And you can't you can't have any kind of magnets to hold your work down when it's warped, I don't think.
Well, you can use magnets with the knife beds if they're made of steel, but metal. But they just don't. It doesn't hold as well as the honeycomb bed does.
Yeah, but the surface area, there's just that little knife, that little end there. There's not much surface area for the magnet to grab. But I bought some of those new magnets you recommended, those neodymium. I had bought them in the past, but they were weak. And the ones I have now, it'll take a piece of skin off if you're not careful. So the size of a quarter, and God, those things, I have trouble separating them.
Yep.
yeah, they're fun. Yeah.
Yeah. When you store them, you got to save those little white round pieces so that you can, you can't let them stick together or else you have a hell of a time getting them apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to just slide them sideways, and it takes a lot of effort.
Another thing too about the LaserMatic is I can go over there right now.
Got you on the big camera.
Take this piece off the workbed, and then slap it back on, and start my job.
It's
You know,
in
without
exactly the
framing.
same spot because the honeycomb
So,
bed drops in precisely where it needs to go. And it's right every time.
I'll show you real quick because I'm about to start this job.
How does he do that?
Do what?
It's absolute coordinates. So, let me show you my screen, and you'll see why.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
the last
interested
one
in
that I did, I put on a toolpath, as you can see there.
Mhm.
So now I know exactly where I can place the next one over here. So it's not going to burn the toolpath, but at least I know how much space I have in between to run the next job. So with the LaserMatic, the honeycomb bed is positioned on standoffs, pins that they drops into. So the coordinates are absolute. So you know that if you place something in the bottom left corner and you start your job at 0, 0, it's going to burn on that job at 0, 0 from there out, you know.
If you put the plates there where the 0, 0 point is.
Yeah, either where the 0, 0 point is. I happen to use the top left because that's closer to the exhaust.
Of
you know,
course.
so I use the top left of the screen because it's closer to the exhaust. That's the only reason. But you know, for somebody that's new, I had to cut a spacer because the honeycomb is slightly larger. But I cut an 18mm spacer and dropped it in there, and now I can just push my work up to the top left corner. That's something that you can't do with any other laser.
If you're lasing over a wooden table, you got to have a piece of stainless steel or something down. Otherwise, you're going to burn your table. You start a fire. Whenever somebody has a honeycomb bed under an open frame laser, like most of mine have been, you've got to have a piece of metal underneath the honeycomb bed so you don't burn all the way through and damage whatever you're on top of. And Sebastian, what's the price that going to be? Do you know, or you got to wait until they release it to find out?
It's already listed on some shops like Geek Buying. Depends if you buy the 22 watt or the 40 watt. And some also already have discounted it. I mean, it was around 1,500 euros, so probably about the same in US dollars.
Yeah, save your money. Buy a LaserMatic. It's cheaper.
Yeah, like Patrick is saying here, unless you're engraving the countertop, then you can engrave it. Set your laser wherever you engrave your countertop. You know, if you want to engrave the hood on your vehicle, you take your open frame laser out there, set it on the hood, and you could burn your paint and mess up your paint job. But typically,
hey, I'll try that on Monday on my truck. Yeah, on my 2022.
Probably a bit hard to get in focus then.
Yeah, my 2022 truck. Yeah, sure. Which is going to be paid off in a week from now. Yes.
Yeah.
I got a Chevy Silverado 2021 that I currently drive. And in 26 months, I can get another vehicle. But I got to wait 26 months. And I'm counting down.
You said you got a 2021.
Yeah. Silverado, 4-wheel drive.
2021?
Yeah. No. 2001. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
I know the last 2 decades, it's like, whew.
Where did it go?
Yeah, I got a 2001 Chevy Silverado.
I mean, it's like 9/11 just happened yesterday. No, it didn't.
No, it's already 2 decades ago.
Yeah, well, when you get to be my age, it seems like it happened yesterday.
I can understand.
Rich, I think I got you beat, man.
June 12th, I'll be 60, believe it or not. And I can't believe it's like, wow, where's the time gone? And the days just fly by. And the older you get, the faster the days fly by. So if you guys have a job, enjoy working because you'll spend all day long looking at your watch, waiting to go home. When you're retired, boom, it's by that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it flies back. Matter of fact, I got to go pick out a spot out in Boulder City where the veteran cemetery is. Pick out a spot.
I don't know why this job has taken 8 minutes to run. It must have the layers set wrong.
Yeah, come visit me in Boulder City when I'm gone.
My wife said she's going to flush me when I'm gone because it's cheaper just to be cremated. So I'm just going to let her cremate me. It's cheaper.
Well,
I don't need to be buried by my parents or nothing.
Yeah, like
And Louise will be 46. Okay.
I
Alright,
get
guys.
mine for.
if I get buried, I want that the whole community comes together and makes me a 3D printed pyramid where you're gonna put all the nice presents inside, like some 3D printers, because I need in my afterlife a 3D printer, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
And also don't forget to put my wife inside and
What if she is not dead yet?
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm gonna be in a veteran cemetery. Big difference. I'm not. I mean, yeah, I got to pay for the box. Yeah, I got to pay for
Here's
that.
a question for you, Rich.
What's that?
Be nice and you answer it. Here's a question for you.
Be nice.
What does the Louisiana hobby guy think of the S1? Well, I haven't put it through all of its paces yet, but it's definitely not. It's not as accurate as the LaserMatic. It feels like it feels more like a toy. I almost broke the cover lifting it up because I lifted it up from a corner and the whole thing bent out of shape.
Really?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
it
it
that
was.
flimsy?
It feels very cheap.
Wow.
Feels very cheap in person, but I haven't
Or you
put
maybe
it through all
very
the paces
strong, huh?
yet, and I also don't like the focusing on it. The focusing takes forever.
Yeah, the LaserMatics are very heavy machines. They're very well constructed. And up to this point, and I've reviewed a lot of lasers, it's the best diode laser I've ever reviewed. Someday there might be something better, but right now, this is the best I've ever reviewed up to this point.
Yeah, even the shipping parts are high quality that you throw away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
It's
brace
like when
across the front. Somebody just did a video and they left the brace across the front. I forget who it was, but he didn't take off the brace. And I didn't want to email him, whatever. I'm sure somebody else told him.
I left it on mine for about a month and a half. I mean, there's no reason to take it off.
You can work around it, reach around it.
One thing that really impressed me was I made a mistake one day, and I reached back in the back to take the vent hose off to go put it on the fiber, and I put all of my weight on top of this acrylic. And when I realized it, I said to myself, "Oh my gosh,
wow.
that should have broke, should have cracked it. It didn't." So everything about this machine is really, really high quality. It's not something that you're used to with diode lasers, and nobody's been able to copy it yet. So they're all
That's
trying.
good to hear.
And probably next year they'll get the idea, and say, okay, we'll increase our quality. But nobody can sell a laser like this because it's a small company. They can't sell this high quality at this price point.
No. And do you remember the first enclosure that X-Tool came out with? I was so pissed off when I got that thing. that freaking leather vinyl wrap around piece of SHIT. And I'm like, I paid how much for this? My realtor is the one that got me hooked on. Ouch!
Please,
My realtor is the one that got me started on X-Tool.
That was like nails on a chalkboard. I'm sorry.
if you
So-
open
Maybe
or
I have to
close it,
order
please
it.
mute
Free.
the mic.
Grab
Oil
some of your
that
grease
thing.
for your 3D printer, grease those rails, and wipe down the excess. I think I'll take those.
Yeah.
And Patrick is
and it-
making a good point too, that that you can get a jig table for this. I have a jig table for this where you
Yeah.
can jig up all your work.
Get jiggity.
Yeah, I need to
Oh,
buy
that
one to
really
get
hurt
back
the
in
ears.
stock. Leo never sent me one, but I'll buy one to get back in stock.
I can't believe this project took 8 minutes and 52, 53, 54,
Speaking of Rich, has
57 seconds.
has he mentioned any things about more offerings on the webpage or beefing up the webpage or
For the LaserMatic?
yeah, for offerings?
Yeah, the website is just a basic site where you can go and order the product. the Facebook group, they actually have an employee there,
Yeah,
Dimitri.
I know.
Yeah, that's a technician that solves every problem you have within 12
I know.
hours.
I know.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, they're not so concerned with the website, and they're not into the.
I mean, a one-man
the-
tech support. God.
Yeah.
I don't see
Yeah.
them listed on Amazon.
No, Leo, the engineer, the owner of the company, is there too. So there are
Well,
two
yeah.
people
Well, you know what
providing
I
tech
mean.
support.
You know what I mean.
Yeah,
It
and
seems
then
like it
you've got a
sometimes.
lot of users that are really experienced with diode lasers that help there as well, that contribute. So I would say that some of the best people in laser engraving are part of that group because they own one of these. They bought one when they saw the quality. So if you're really good at something, you probably want the best equipment. It's like years ago I used to buy what was the name of that? S&K Tools? Is that the name of it? I think the truck that comes around and sells you the tools. I think it was S&K because they were a step above Craftsman. They
Mac
were the
Tools was one of them, and Snap-on was the other one.
Snap-on. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Snap-on.
Their biggest thing with Snap-on is they came around to your business junkyard or wherever you're working, they would finance you. And then people that are working as mechanics who just got a job are like $20,000 in debt making payments with all these fancy tools. But yeah, great thing. They all own their trucks. Those are all independent drivers that own their trucks and everything on it. At least Snap-on is. I don't know about Mac Tools. Probably the same.
You noticed there was no squeak when I opened that door? I'm actually making something for my daughter-in-law right now because when she puts on her sunglasses, that means leave me alone. She can have them on at 10 o'clock at night, but that's what that means. So I went ahead and made her a door hanger for her door.
Sunglasses do not disturb.
Do not disturb my inner bitch. So I think this is like totally appropriate for her. I know she's gonna like it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize how dirty this still was.
On Rolly's website, their lasers, are they still selling the MK1 at all? Or because I know you can get the 10 watt, the 1020, or the 30, but if you buy the 10 watt version, you're getting MK2 with the 10 watt on it, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes, you're getting the MK2 with just a 10 watt module. There are lots of people that don't. There we go. That's better. Lots of people don't like the. It's not so much the spot size. It's the whole combination of the 10 watt as far as engraving quality goes, and of course spot size too. The 10 watt has a spot. Rolly Automation is honest about their spot size, and I've even verified that under the microscope. And their spot size is 0.08 on the 10 watt. When you switch up to the 20 watt, and actually they're exaggerating the spot size a little bit because they say that the 20 watt is 0.1, somewhere between 0.08 and 0.09 and 0.1. It's not quite at 0.1. And then they say 0.12, I think, on the 30 watt. This one here, it's definitely not 0.12. It's closer to 0.1. And other companies out there, I'm not going to say the name, but there is one company that's become very popular recently that has a 40 watt, and they're saying that it has a 0.08 spot size, and it just doesn't. When you look under the microscope, it's about 0.175. So there are a lot of people that exaggerate. That's another thing about Rolly Automation, is that they admit their mistakes and they correct them. So If you have a problem with their machine and it's a mistake from the factory, not only will they correct it, but they'll send you out the new part, usually the next day. So there are some scenarios where something goes wrong in the assembly or the supplier that supplied the wiring or whatever the case may be. When there's a problem, they'll send you out the parts the next day. So that you're not going to find that anywhere. You won't find the support. And support is probably 25% of owning a laser. 75% of the experience is getting the right laser, and 25% of the experience is having the support if you need it. So, yeah. So that's when you put those two together, there's no other company that even comes close, even compares to Rolly Automation.
Rich, you were working on some cut files and settings for the 1020 watt. Did those ever? Are you still working on those, or how are they coming along?
No, I'm doing a 10, 20, 30 watt, so it's going to be a triple library. So when you click a material, you'll see 10 watt engraved, 20 watt engraved, 30 watt engraved. There's going to be all three of the powers. I'll probably have that ready pretty soon. Lightburn just came out with a new feature where I can combine libraries. Thank God.
Yeah,
because
Rich,
I was
question.
Yeah.
Can you define what you meant by looking under a microscope at a laser? I mean, are you talking about like you burn up into a piece of wood and then you put that under a laser or under a microscope?
Yes. You burn a straight line, and actually you burn a box. And what I do is I usually run my torture test, which is a whole bunch of different shapes in line mode. And then I put it under the microscope, and I take my crack ruler and I line my crack ruler up under the microscope to all the different lines, 45-degree circles, and find out what the actual width of that laser beam is.
What type of material? Yeah. There's different materials that burn differently when they're hit with a laser. What are you burning on?
I always do that on wood because that's the most common material that people use.
And a crack ruler. I've heard of a crack pipe. I'm familiar with them years ago.
Okay.
Crack ruler.
If you have an open frame laser, you can also do the wall test and hold it in front of a wall and start the low power test mode, and then see how the diodes look like, and you'll see that they're wider than tall, and yeah.
Okay.
That's what determines the spot size.
Yeah.
I'm going to bounce, so.
Take care, Ron. You have an awesome day up in Canada, and we hope to see you next week. Have an awesome day, my friend.
See you later, A.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Later, A. Oh, boy.
The only problem with the wall test is that it doesn't give you the spot size. So I'll show you what I use to measure it with. So I have two different ones just to verify one to the other.
Montana Maker, you have a great day, my friend. Thank you for coming by.
Hey, dudes, I have to go. My back is killing me.
All right, Matt. Thank you very much for joining in. I'm sorry you're having back issues. Have an awesome day, my friend.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good day.
Right, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a crack ruler. And then I also have a secondary one that I use to check the first one. This one doesn't have all of the different sizes on it, but these work good. They're clear. So when you place it on top of the material, you can see it really well. And you can measure.
What you got interested in being that precise, with a microscope?
What's that?
What got you that interested in checking the precision with a microscope?
Well, this was actually developed by the U.S. government to check cracks in concrete to find out if in concrete and metal to find out if that material was going to fail. They had some kind of mathematical formula depending on the size of the microscopic size of the crack. So I happened to I wanted to find out if, because we went from 0.4 to 0.04 to 0.06 to 0.08. So I wanted to find out if the manufacturers were telling the truth that increasing the power from 1 watt to 10 watts didn't make that big of a difference. And that's when I got
kind of like back in our day, don't be ripped off type thing. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Don't be ripped off.
Yeah. Yeah. So that and I found that most of them lied about their spot size. I still have my banner up, don't I? Take that down. But yeah, I found out that most of them exaggerated.
This one, if you buy the 40 watt, they will give you a 1.6 watt module with it for engraving if you want the really fine engraving.
Nice.
But I don't have the additional module because this is the pre-production model that they showed it for next only.
I have a 1.5 watt in my other office here that I occasionally, it's a cantilever style for really, really fine engravings. I'll break that out because it's got a 0.04 spot size.
Wow.
How you coming, Llama? We got you on the big screen. You're still muted, but
What is he building, actually?
another printer.
Another printer. Which one? Oh.
Looks
Hey,
like
a workout.
tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Exercise tool.
Yes,
Doing the B steps.
the most. This is what
We're getting a clicking.
Your mic is crackling really loud.
Yeah, I couldn't hear any of that.
I guess.
What was that?
But we can't understand you, Llama. Your mic's breaking up. But
No, it's cracking up.
I'm streaming for 10 more minutes. In 10 minutes, I'm going to end the stream. So I'm going to be going on live with Rich, Patrick, and Jeremy in 2.5 hours at 5:30.
The rest of the gang.
The rest of your pew pew laser gang.
Yeah, we've got a live stream tonight at 8:30 on the Laser Makers Realm, on Light Source Engraving, and on my channel, Louisiana Hobby Guy. We're going to be live streaming and talking about what I just made, a door hanger, and I've got a bunch of them. We're going to give away some free files, and also we're going to talk about some other things as well. We're just hanging out. This is not a scheduled live stream, by the way. Although I scheduled it a few days ago. Patrick said, hey, you want to get together this weekend? So here we are. We're going to be doing this tonight, and I've got another live stream tomorrow, but that's a private one. So just for my patrons.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be private. I'm giving them
It's
a
going
whole
on my
bunch of
Patreon.
files.
Oh man.
Sounds great, hobby guy.
Okay, so with that, so later on we get to talk about the Raleigh.
The what? What's
the
a
Raleigh.
What is that?
You know.
Actually,
You
it's
did,
Rolly.
Gary?
It's Rolly, not Raleigh. It's Rolly, but I say it wrong all the time. LaserMatic.
Look
Yeah.
what you did, Jerry.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, Kenny, totally agree. I always say QD Tech, and everybody is saying CD Tech. I'm like, it's a Q, so QD Tech.
Cheaty. I would Trevor, which sells them in Florida. Trevor Navarre 3D printing. He said it's Cheaty Tech. Cheaty. Like chitty, but cheaty.
Oh, does anybody know what G-Wick is? How you pronounce?
Can you wear it on your head, like wig?
The CO2 laser G-Wick?
Oh no. I think you don't get away.
GWEIKE.
I actually have something from them here, but it's not in the room here. I won a rotary roller from them. The
Nice.
Do you know how to pronounce their name? I recently
they
found
pronounce
out
it differently in their own stream sometimes, so I'm not sure what is
in
correct
China
way to pronounce it.
They do that.
they pronounce it Jiwi. Garfield.
Chewy.
Kiwi. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's brass coin.
when I got my Haotian fiber laser, I messaged them and they sent me a voice file. I said, "How do you pronounce your company's name?" And he told me, and I practiced saying it, and it's Haotian. And that way, the guy's like, "Oh, you say it perfectly."
Only in China, it's actually Haotian, but in China, they're going to pronounce it Haotian.
It was funny. I put out a video, and they messaged me, and they said you spelled our name wrong in the video. And so when I was tired, without thinking, I woke up. I went and changed my thumbnail. I changed my title. A couple hours later, I went and looked at the company. It's like, no, I didn't. I had it right. So I changed it all back. I messaged him. I said, I don't want to say, are you drunk? But I don't know why he did that, because no, it's spelled right. Your company name, your website, Alibaba. I had it right. So why he told me it was wrong, I have no idea. But anyway.
Well, he was looking at it in Chinese.
Something.
And you spelled it in English, so.
Yeah, that could have been. But the thumbnail, well, you can't convert a thumbnail, so I don't know.
It's not shitty.
Jerry, I am going to pop out because I still have to go make my own dinner. My wife is still on vacation.
Alrighty.
I had to do my own laundry. I had to do my own laundry earlier.
Oh.
And I had to go grocery shopping. Yeah, well, that's not so much fun when you have to do it.
Yeah, I do all my own laundry, and I usually leave it in the dryer. My wife gets mad at me for not folding and putting it away. She's like, "You live out of the dryer." I said, "So." I mean, I do. I either put it in the laundry basket or a dryer, and I don't always fold it and put it away like I should. Once in a while, but typically I don't.
We don't have a dryer anymore. It's our machine's all in one, washer and dryer.
Oh, okay.
And
you got one of those?
And it messages me on my phone when the laundry's done.
Do you have a clothes hanger outside? You ever use clothesline or no?
No. We do have a clothesline outside because my wife has some clothes that she won't put in the washing machine. You know, that she only washes by hand, and then she hangs them on the clothesline. So we do have one, but I will never use it. I'm lucky to use the washing machine. I was going to go buy all new clothes.
Well, have a great day, my friend.
That's one of those new ones.
Coming on. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you after a while.
Okay. See you all later. Have a great night.
All right, thank you. Bye bye.
All right,
I will tune out too because it's midnight soon. Bye.
Take care, Sebastian. Thank you for coming on and showing us your Corrali laser. Very cool. And I'm going to jump off here in just a minute. I'm going to raid out on Twitch. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 57 minutes. Got 32 people watching. And I'm going to raid into K.L. Strucker, maker and crafting. He raids into me all the time. He has 114 people watching. He's a great maker in Germany. And I'll start the raid here in just a minute for everybody watching on Twitch. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for the new members on YouTube. I really appreciate that, guys, and the follows on Twitch. And here goes the raid right now. So take care, everybody, on Twitch. We'll be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. And here goes the raid now. And everybody,
bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have an awesome day. Take care.
Happy
and
making.
check us out later in 2.5 hours. Come by and say hi.
Hi.